High school sports on Ticket TV is brought to you by your local McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor and Wilson Street in Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales, Next Home Experience, Casella, Firehouse Subs, Levesque Business Solutions, Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, Varney Mazda, Hidden Meadows Golf Course, Dean's Detailing, Northeast Driving School, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Uno Pizzeria and Grill, Colebrook Mitsubishi, North Star Waste and Recycling, Loring Job Corps, Praise Auto Sales, Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company, Doors Equipment, Fairway Auto Sales, Bangor Mall Cinema 10, Streets Landscape, The Fitch Company, Bangor Tire Company, Frank's Bake Shop, Pat's Pizza in Hamden, Tiller and Rye, Liberty Olton Insurance, Urban Pizza, The Growing Place, Tossie's Checkout, Betty's Ice Cream, Auto Radiator Service, Sweet Cheeks Bakery, Union Street Towing, Rise Co-working and Collaboration Space, Sweet Frog, The Henry's Bridal Boutique, Bennett Auto Center, Angelo's Pizza, Union Street Laundromat and Dry Cleaning, Mainly Audio, Knowlton Automotive, Varney Chevrolet, Hammond Lumber Company, First National Bank, Midcoast Denture Design, Hopkins Energy, Napa Auto Parts, Brewer Federal Credit Union, Queen City Athletics, Washington County Community College, and Down East Toyota. Now let's get you out to the action on Ticket TV.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to historic Doyle Field here in Brewer, and welcome to high school football on Ticket TV. Today, it is the Cauldron Cup, the Battle of the Witches, Salem, Massachusetts, taking on the Brewer Witches, and here come the Brewer Witches. They make their way into Doyle Field. Witches have made the Witches walk down from Brewer High School, and now they are taking the field here, and they're going to be taking on Salem, Massachusetts. Welcome in to the Dean's Detailing broadcast booth. Jim Churchill, along with Ernie Clark, will be joined by Mark Paulette as well on the broadcast this afternoon. We got our Ticket TV team here, and we're going to have a pregame ceremony coming up in just a matter of moments, because there's going to be a dedication of the press box here at Doyle Field in honor of Ken Perrone, the legendary coach who coached at John Baptist, coached at Brewer, and coached at Salem High School as well. And we'll talk about some of the numbers that he has amassed, or did amass, over his coaching career coming up. Welcome in to the Casella pregame show, brought to you by Casella. Good pay, good people, good life. Find your place at powerofhardwork.com. Well, Ernie, we've got a summary afternoon here in Brewer, and we got a couple of Witches going at it, a couple of Witches programs.
Yeah, indeed. It's a great conditions for this game. Look, maybe a little warm for playing, but just being here watching it, it's outstanding, perfect day to have this type of special contest where the folks in Brewer recognizing one of the legendary coaches not only in Maine but in New England, in Ken Perrone, who of course guided the Witches for a few years in the late 60s, early 70s, and a couple of state championships and a national ranking in 1970, number 5 in the country. It's few teams in Maine, if any, can lay claim to that sort of status.
No doubt about it. These two teams played last year in a scrimmage, exhibition-type contest. Brewer, one game in the book so far this year. On the road, lost at Mount Blue, as you can see right there in the Class C North standings. The Witches 0-1. Hampton Academy with a couple of wins. We had them on Thursday night. So Salem High School, a lot of tradition there. Of course, a lot of it was created by Coach Ken Perrone while he was there, but that tradition has been carried on.
Yeah, 22 years, Ken Perrone at Salem High School in Massachusetts after he left Brewer, and he was 157, 64, and 7. Interesting story about him leaving that post.
Yes.
Wasn't necessarily his choice, and it wasn't anything that had to do with performance on the field. It was more of a teachers union, school administration thing. But anyways, he's since gone on and coached for many years at baseball at Salem State University. So he's had a full career of coaching sports that has included over 1,400 wins between football and baseball. As we see a fire engine go by, we're seeing some black smoke off to our left.
Yes.
In residential area, I guess what would be called North Brewer.
Yes.
And here come the fire trucks and the ambulances now. It's black smoke. It's a little concerning, but no idea what it is. And it's actually kind of drifting this way with the wind a little bit.
Brewer Witches hosting the Salem Witches here today, and their head coach, Fred Lauer, actually is officiating a wedding today, so he is not here. Dana Corey will be the interim head coach today for Brewer. Of course, Dana's been part of this football program for many years, played for Brewer High School.
And played for Ken Perrone, right?
That's right, and is the baseball coach here at Brewer, so he'll be at the helm here today, which is trying to get this program back in good stead. It's been a tough road for Brewer over the last several years, but Fred Lauer trying to turn it around.
Yep, they're actually playing down a Class C, because the MPA allowed a few years ago teams that were struggling or had I think a winning percentage below 25% over a 4-year period to be able to play down, still be eligible for postseason play, but play down a class, and that's what the Witches have done. This is the second year. We mentioned, what we should say is this game counts for Brewer.
Yes.
This counts in the Crabtree points toward earning playoff qualification or where you wind up in the standings. It is still an exhibition game for Salem, Mass, which is 0-1 this year after they lost 24-14 to Danvers in their season opener last week. They did graduate a lot of kids from last year, but still a talented program. And Brewer lost to Mount Blue in Farmington last week in their season opener, 33-6, and coming back here for the home opener, seeing if they can have some better luck. And again, it does mean a little bit more, even beyond all the ceremonial pomp and circumstance, because it is a countable game as opposed to the meeting down in Massachusetts last year.
High school sports on Ticket TV, presented by Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealer, celebrating 30 years in business. See the Smith brothers in Bangor and Ellsworth, because nothing runs like a Deere. And our coverage of high school sports on Ticket TV, also presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor. I'm laughing because
so much for my notes.
He just lost some papers out the window. But yes, thanks to McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor and on Wilson Street in Brewer. They are hiring for early mornings and late nights. Start at $17 an hour. Search for these.
I had all my ad-libs on that piece of paper, Jeff.
Okay. All right. We need to take a time out here in the Casella pregame show. This is high school football on Ticket TV.
Nothing runs like a Deere.
And nobody knows better than our loyal customers.
Since 1994, our family has proudly sold and serviced John Deere products. Our customers know that quality and reliability set John Deere apart.
And right now at Greenway, take advantage of this offer.
Get 0% APR fixed rate financing for 60 months on a John Deere compact utility tractor with a 6-year powertrain warranty.
For more offers, go to greenwayequipment.com.
See the Smith brothers today at Greenway Equipment Sales, Ellsworth and Bangor.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs. We make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Like our spicy Cajun chicken with Cajun seasoned grilled chicken breast and a house-made Cajun mayo. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Visit 920 Stillwater Avenue.
Desk jobs aren't for everyone. Some of us want work that moves. Work you can see. Work that matters. Others might call it dirty, but we don't mind. At Casella, hard work isn't just a means to an end. It's something you can build a life on, and it's important work that keeps society moving. Casella, good pay, good people, good life. That's the power of hard work.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. Dean'sDetailing.com.
He can't catch a football, but he can fetch you a home. Catch Luke at Next Home Experience.
And welcome back to Doyle Fields here in Brewer, and welcome back to this matchup. Oh my gosh, is that a warlock? This is the Battle of the Witches, Ernie. I don't know.
Now, when I did a crossword puzzle this morning, one of the clues was male version of
Witch,
and it was wizard.
Oh, okay.
Not warlock. Because I started to write WA and it didn't fit. And I said, oh,
it's
okay.
either a wizard or a warlock there as we
one
get
of
set for the Cauldron Cup between the Salem High School, Massachusetts Witches and the Brewer, Maine Witches here this afternoon at Doyle Field. Let's take a look at the rosters, and we'll start with the team from Massachusetts, Ernie.
Yeah, again, graduated quite a few players from last year's team, but still great numbers. Coach Matt Bouchard played for Ken Perrone in the 90s. He's been there for a while. Last year they made the Super Bowl, Division 6 Super Bowl, which is essentially a state championship game in that division. Games are played at Gillette Stadium, home of the New England Patriots. Among the players that are back, number 3, Quinn Rocco Ryan, who is a heck of a player. He's been a 3-year captain. He was a captain on the team that graduated all those players. So
wow.
Tells you where his respect is. As a sophomore, he scored 5 touchdowns in a game between kickoff returns, fumble recoveries, and pass receptions. He's a wide receiver, about 6'3", 195, and they're talking about him as a Division I prospect, either in football or baseball. He's an outfielder on the Witches baseball team. So top-notch player, number 3, to take note of here during the contest, and we'll see how Brewer's able to defend him.
You see Ken Perrone right there with, I'm sure, some family and friends. And now we'll look at the Brewer Witches team roster. Again, head coach Fred Lauer not here today. He's officiating a wedding, and Dana Corey leading the charge here today.
Yeah, good numbers again for the Witches this year. I believe they're in the mid to upper 40s. Again, they're growing. They had Bangor in a preseason game, and then they had trip to Mount Blue in the season opener. And offense has been a difficult thing to come by so far, and we'll see how they fare. They scored 1 touchdown in the loss at Mount Blue, and got a handful of seniors, and 3 or 4 of them are 4 of them, I believe, are captains, including Caleb Colby, number 9. He's a senior. He plays tight end and defensive end. And when we saw them against Bangor, he was pretty active, both as a receiver on the short passing routes, and pretty active defensively against the run and the pass. So he'll be one of the on-field leaders for the Witches here this afternoon.
High school sports on Ticket TV, presented by Next Home Experience. For the 3rd straight year, Next Home is the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. And our coverage here today also presented by Firehouse Subs. For a limited time, try the new Firehouse Captain's Club, only at Firehouse Subs, locally at 920 Stillwater Avenue in Bangor. All right, we will take another timeout. When we come back, we'll look at the program history of the Brewer Witches. And then it's going to be on to the dedication of the press box here at Doyle Field, dedicated to the former Witch head coach, Ken Perrone. We'll be right back on Ticket TV.
At Midcoast Central Design, we truly understand the importance of offering an affordable treatment plan that always considers your needs first. We create beautiful new full and partial dentures, as well as offering repairs and relines to your current dentures. We want your denture to fit comfortably, be affordable, and most of all, make you happy.
At Midcoast Denture Design, your smile is what matters most. In fact, it's our job to make sure you have a smile you can be proud of at a price you can afford.
Call Midcoast Denture Design.
Because everyone deserves to have an awesome smile.
Maine's largest network of parts just got a little bigger. Coastal Auto Parts, newest location in Bangor, has all your automotive needs to get you to the moments that matter most. Whether you're a professional mechanic or just need a little help, find everything you need all under one roof. Our knowledgeable staff is here to assist you with friendly service and expert advice right here at 200 Sylvan Road, just off I-95. Drive in, stock up, and hit the road with confidence. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that can...
You've always known what you wanted, no matter how far down the road it looked. We're here to help you get there. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
Think you can't afford college? Think again. Right now at Washington County Community College in Calais, tuition is free. Yeah, free tuition for recent high school graduates at Washington County Community College. So if you graduated between 2020 and 2023, or will graduate in 2024 or 2025, you won't pay anything in tuition or mandatory fees while you pursue a degree or certificate full-time. Enroll today and see just how good free can be. Learn more at wccc.me.edu or call 207-454-1000.
Make the switch to Hopkins Energy, your trusted source for #2 heating oil. In Maine's challenging climate, emergencies can happen anytime. That's why we offer fast and responsive emergency fuel deliveries, as well as automatic deliveries. Our dedicated team is always just a call away, ensuring you never run out of fuel. Dependable service tailored to your needs. Visit hopkinsenergy.com.
We are back here at Doyle Field. Jim Churchill, Ernie Clark, and our Ticket TV team here in the Ken Perrone press box as we get set for the Cauldron Cup. Battle of the Witches here at Doyle Field today. Salem, Massachusetts taking on Brewer High School in this matchup here today. There's going to be a dedication of the press box here shortly, but very quickly, Ernie, let's take a look at the Brewer Witches program history, and obviously Ken Perrone, a big part of that.
Yeah, you look at those Class A state championships in 1968 and 1970. Those were Ken Perrone coach teams. The 70 teams we mentioned earlier ranked #1 in the East in Maine and ranked 5th nationally. And just a dynamic time in high school football here in Brewer. And then they had other titles, as you see, 53, 57, and 2005 won the Class B state championship most recently last year. Did qualify for postseason play, but lost in the quarterfinals of the Class C North playoffs to the Herman Hawks.
All right, we are making our way towards the ceremony. Bob Beetham, the PA announcer here today, will take over here very shortly. Our coverage of high school sports on Ticket TV, presented by Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center. Whether you're watching some sports at the bar or taking the family out for a great meal and some fun, Heroes is the place to be, the official sports grill of Ticket TV in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. And we are also presented by Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment or office furniture. It's Levesque Business Solutions. Call 942-2226. And the countdown is on, Ernie. We are down to 5 seconds before we're going to turn it over to Bob Beetham.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the City of Brewers' historic Doyle Field. Today, the Witches of Salem High School from Massachusetts take on the hometown Witches of Brewer High School. At this time, I would invite all in attendance to please rise if you are able to and respectfully remove all caps for the presentation of colors and the playing of the national anthem. Today's colors are presented by the Brewer High School Air Force Junior ROTC under the leadership of Colonel Hardy. They are commanded by Cadet Chief Master Sergeant Riley Young. With him are Cadet Major Elizabeth Audette, Cadet First Lieutenant Lily Dana, and Cadet Technical Sergeant Mason King. Today's Star Spangled Banner is performed by Brewer High School Sports Pep Band under the direction of BHS graduate Matt Mousseau. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this game marks the first countable regular season football contest featuring schools from Massachusetts and from Maine. These two schools share the same mascot, albeit for different reasons, the Witch. These two schools also share a unique and very special bond, and that is Coach Ken Perrone. An inductee into 8 Halls of Fame, Perrone coached at Brewer High School from 1967 until 1973, when he then relocated to Massachusetts and took over at Salem High School to coach the Witches for 22 years. He left Salem High School, then coached at Salem State College for 27 more years before ultimately retiring. Combined in 60 total baseball seasons and 37 football seasons, Perrone's teams won an astounding 1,413 games, capturing 49 championships, which included 6 state high school titles, 5 state college titles, and 7 undefeated teams. He was honored 16 times as Coach of the Year, and as mentioned before, he has been inducted into 8 Halls of Fame. He is also featured prominently in the book, No Backing Down, which was written by his former player and current NFL agent, Sean Stellato. In July of this year, the Brewer City Council unanimously approved a resolve which would dedicate this press box, formerly known as the Crow's Nest, here at historic Doyle Field, to this legendary coach. During his tenure as coach, This field was home to both Brewer High School football and Brewer High School baseball. On the stairway, a plaque has been installed that reads, "This press box is named in honor of legendary coach Ken Perrone, who coached football and baseball at Brewer High School from 1967 to 1973. One of the most inspirational coaches in Brewer history, Perrone passionately motivated his athletes to be the best they could be on and off the field. Coach Brewer led the Witches football team to undefeated seasons and Class A state titles in 1968 and 1970. The 1970 team was ranked #1 in New England and #5 in the nation. He led the 1969 and 1970 baseball teams to 2 PVC championships and set state records for most wins in a season. Perrone had a profound impact on his hundreds of players and the Brewer High School community. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we officially broadcast and call today's football game for the first time from the Ken Perrone press box. Thank you, Coach Perrone, for your lasting impact on so many lives and for the bond that brings these two schools from different states together. Now we'd like to proceed with the pregame meeting at midfield.
All right, so there you go. The press box we are standing in. Well, I'm standing, Ernie, you're sitting, but this press box is now officially the Ken Perrone press box. We got a shot of the plaque that they have installed just outside the press box down below. And quite the career. We'll add some additional numbers to the numbers that Bob Beetham gave us right there, but the 1,413 wins combined between baseball teams and football teams. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, pretty remarkable success at every school he went to, which I believe actually started in Dixfield for a year or two before he came to John Baps up in the mid-'60s and then on to Brewer and down to Salem, Massachusetts. It's been a remarkable career and remarkable life in a lot of ways for Ken Perrone.
Tim Kenny, pleasure to meet you, sir.
All right, we're bringing in our referee today, Tim Kenny. He is down there. He is going to officiate the coaches and captains meeting at midfield. Ken Perrone will take part in this as well. We've got Matt Cunha on the field cam.
Three captains for Brewer: Jake Perry, number 3, Caleb Colby, number 9, and Ethan Levitt, number 12 for Salem High School. It's Quinn Rocco Ryan, number 3, and Jaden Benson, number 55, serving as captains today.
Coach Perrone, Coach Marcoullier, and referee Kenny, a coin as a symbol of this event today.
All right, they have a special
Oh,
coin
thank you.
for this
Appreciate
event.
that. Okay, and that's the heads, right?
That's the heads.
Okay, we all ready to go?
That is the state seal.
The state seal is going to be heads. Going to flip it, or is Coach Perrone?
Yes, I'm going to.
Okay, all right, let me just... Okay, captains, I'm Mr. Kenny. This is Mr. Julie. Welcome to today's historic game here at Doyle Field, okay? Coachmanship obviously is what the most important part of today's game is. Coaches, everybody's ready to go, correct? Yes. You guys are excused. We'll do the coin flip in just a second. Thank you. All right, here we go. All right, gentlemen, so as the coin is, the state of Maine is going to be heads, and the city of Brewer will be tails, okay? So he's going to flip the coin, but what are you going to call first? He's going to call tails first.
Tails.
So if you please flip the coin for me.
Okay.
Gentlemen, good luck. It's a pleasure and honor to be with you.
Call tails.
And it is a head. So Brewer, you have won the toss. You may defer to the second half, kick, receive, or defend the goal.
We want to
You want to
receive.
receive the ball?
Yes,
Okay. Salem, which way do you want to kick? Okay, Brewer, come over this way, please. Stop right there. That's fine, 12. Brewer has won the toss and will receive at this end of the field.
All right. Brewer wins the toss, and they want the football.
Thank you,
Ernie.
sir. Thank you.
All right, we will take a quick timeout here. We'll be back with the opening kickoff. It is the Salem Witches against the Brewer Witches here on Ticket TV.
Desk jobs aren't for everyone. Some of us want work that moves. Work you can see. Work that matters. Others might call it dirty, but we don't mind. At Casella, hard work isn't just a means to an end. It's something you can build a life on, and it's important work that keeps society moving. Casella, good pay, good people, good life. That's the power of hard work.
Welcome back to Doyle Field. Jim Churchill, Ernie Clark in the Dean's Detailing broadcast booth, and in the Ken Perrone press box. Got our Ticket TV team on hand here today for this Cauldron Cup matchup between Salem and Brewer. Why don't you give us a couple of quick keys here, Ernie, and the keys to the game.
Well, I got to be honest with you, I don't know much about Salem, except they're a young team, and you mentioned Quinn Rocco Ryan. He had 5 catches for 76 yards and a touchdown last week against Danvers, Mass. So you know that Brewer will have to keep an eye on him. And for the Witches, just trying to establish some offense, because they've scored between the Bangor scrimmage and the or exhibition game and the opener at Mount Blue last weekend, have managed just to post 1 touchdown. So we'll see what kind of things they've done over the last couple of weeks to try to open up the offense just a little bit.
All right, about a 10-yard return there for Jake Perry. So the Witches will start things at their own 33. Jim Churchill, Ernie Clark. We've also got Mark Paulette. Mark is going to be involved in the broadcast here today. We'll sprinkle him in the first half, and then he will take over on the play-by-play in half number 2. All right, first possession of the afternoon, a very warm afternoon for football. You know what I got here around 10:30, Ernie? It was already 71, and the Witches running on the right side and picking up about 3 yards there is Jackson Bragg-Willette.
Number 6, Jackson Bragg-Willette,
junior running back for Brewer. As we take another look at it, his job of blocking there for the Witches, creating that hole, but Bragg-Willette actually running into one of his teammates there.
Yeah, just a 3-man defensive front, 3 down linemen, and they were spread out actually quite a bit, and then you had the 2 defensive ends on the outside.
All right, 2nd down and 7 for Brewer.
Now just 2 defensive, there are 3 defensive linemen down, but they are spread out.
Ethan Lovett, the Brewer quarterback, hands it off and straight ahead, short gain. It's going to be Bragg-Willette once again with the carry. Give him 2 on that play, and it's going to be 3rd down and 5 now for Brewer.
Pick up a 2, 3rd and 5 at the 38.
Dana Corey, one-time assistant coach for the football program. Of course, the baseball coach here at Brewer High School, taking over for Fred Lauer here today. Snap is back. Lovett fakes the handoff. He runs straight ahead, and he has got close to a 1st down. He's up to the 42 as my read sheet went flying out of the booth. It's stuck. It's stuck.
Oh, it's right there. Oh, you're going to get it. The Salem
yeah.
Assistant coaches come through big for us. Thank you. We've been pretty lucky on these deals, Jim.
That's right. They've been landing right on the landing outside the booth. All right, I'm going to hold on to everything. All right, 4th down and 1 here for Brewer. They're going to go for it.
4th and 1.
And they're going to run it straight ahead. And the Witches will have the first down of the day. So Dana Corey rolling the dice there on 4th and 1.
Yeah, pretty good surge by the offensive line here. A little help from two running backs in the backfield with Jackson.
Bragg Willett.
Bragg Willett, excuse me. Good solid gain of 4 yards on 4th and 1 and keep the sticks moving. Good idea. I mean, you got decent field position. Why not? If you're in Brewer's situation, give it a shot and see what you can make out of it. Try to keep the ball away from the Salem offense.
All right, which is going to run it again. That's going to be a face mask.
Yeah.
My! Everybody's throwing the flag. I think all 5 out of the 6 officials threw the flag there.
I hope we don't have any rotator cuff issues there.
Jacoby Freeman, the fullback, just a sophomore, running straight ahead. He picked up about 4 yards.
Personal foul, grabbing the face mask, defense. 15-yard penalty, result of the play is automatic first down.
So the Witches are going to advance, the Brewer Witches are going to advance well into Salem territory.
Yeah, about the 35, I think. About a 4-yard gain there. Good run
Face mask penalty against Salem.
by Freeman, and then the face mask, pretty obvious.
At the 35-yard line.
Our coverage today presented by Varney Mazda. Varney Mazda offers extensive new and pre-owned Mazda inventory as well as competitive Mazda lease specials, finance options, and expert Mazda auto service. Varney Mazda, 260 Hogan Road in Bangor and at varneymazda.com. All right, 1st and 10 for Brewer, and it's going to be Bragg Willett with a carry. No gain there. As some players go tumbling down.
Yeah, that was Quinn Rocco Ryan on the tackle coming up from the linebacker slot, number 3. Let's watch this. He fills that gap and makes the tackle with
Here's another angle of it.
No gain on the play.
All right, 2nd and 10 from the 35 for Brewer. Levitt pitches it back, and losing his footing was Bragg Willett, and he went down to the turf, so that's going to be a loss for Brewer.
Yeah, once that knee hit as he was trying to make a cut, that ends the play right there. 75. Aiden Collazo, sophomore, 5'11", 225 pounds on that defensive line for Salem, Massachusetts, credited with the stop.
3rd and 13 now for Brewer at the Salem 38. Looks like assistant coach Aaron Smith is calling the plays here today with Fred Lauer.
That's strictly the run so far.
Levitt fires it left, some space out there. Jake Perry is going to get grabbed.
Pass complete to Jake Perry.
There's no horse collar there.
That was uniform.
Yep. Espinal with the tackle.
So Perry will pick up about a yard up to the 37, but the Witches will have to punt it. Opportunity here for Brewer. Oh, we do have a flag down over there, Ernie.
Well, they did. It was late flag.
Let's get the call from Tim Kenny.
Yes. Personal foul, Hoskell tackle on the defense. 15-yard penalty. The result of the play is automatic first down.
All right. 2nd personal foul against Salem, helping the Brewer cause in this opening drive of the ball game. Our ball game today presented by Hidden Meadows Golf Course, featuring the Par Bar and Bogey Grill, a 300-yard driving range and a fully stocked pro shop, and a 9-hole course that fits your game regardless of skill level. It's Hidden Meadows Golf Course, where golf is for everyone.
First down, Brewer.
Now, this is not because of the penalties, but just ball control. This is the way the Witches from Brewer. It's a perfect start for them. They've chewed off 5 minutes of the clock and approaching the red zone.
Yes. Here's Bragg Willett. He found some space, and Jackson is brought down from behind inside the 10 at the 9-yard line.
Jackson, Bragg Willett, the ball carrier.
Nice job there by Bragg Willett. That sidestep as he got to the line.
Yeah, here it
around
is.
that left end.
Nothing in the middle, but he saw space out to the left side and went out there quickly. And we're going to have a timeout.
All right, Salem wants a timeout. 1st and goal for Brewer from the Salem 9-yard line. 6:35 left to go here in the first quarter. High school sports on Ticket TV, presented by Northeast Driving School. They've been the leader in driver training since 1969. Register for driver's ed courses today at Greater Bangor's #1 driving school. Go to northeastdrivingschool.com to select your course. And our coverage is also brought to you by Dean's Detailing. For over 5 decades, Dean's has been Maine's auto detailing leader. Renew your vehicle's appearance, protect your auto investment, feel good and look good in a clean, shiny car. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. Well, Mark, Paulette, you had a chance to talk with Coach Perrone, you and Ernie, the other day on the drive on Maine Sports Leader 92.9 The Ticket. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was great to hear from the coach. Obviously a legendary coach and name in these parts. Just hearing him reminisce back about those old days, 1968 and the 70 seasons, where he was talking about it looking like an army of orange and black coming down Wilson Street with the police escort and everything going on, a roster of over 100 players, and then marching down here to Doyle Field as the number 5 team in the country. Pretty crazy to think about.
Yeah. Coach Perrone, almost 90 years old, but he had all the details. Here's Bragg Willett breaking through and into the end zone. And the Brewer Witches on the opening drive of the afternoon pick up the first 6 points of the day. Pretty impressive there, Ernie.
Same type of run as the last play, only the cut was to the other side. This time goes right.
Oh, there's that hole.
Yes, there it is. There's nobody there. And Jackson Bragg Willett puts the Brewer Witches on top.
And the Brewer fans hoping they hear that school song a lot today.
Coach Aaron Smith excited on the sidelines for the Witches. The offense, 30 yards and penalties, but they moved the ball steadily. Went for the 4th down early on, made it. Now a chance to make it 7-0 with the extra point kick.
Stephen Young's on for the extra point, but we got a flag down. And we got a false start.
What? All right. Back him up 5 yards. Prior to the snap, false start. Number 65 of the offense. 5-yard penalty, retry.
Guilty party. Kevin Carpenter, senior guard, offensive guard for Brewer, so that'll set the Witches back 5 yards.
False start penalty.
Make it a little more difficult for Stephen Youngs.
11 seniors on the Brewer roster.
Fred Lauer assisted by Dana Corey, Aaron Smith, along with another local legend, Dennis Kaya, and Chris McGrath. Ball is down. Kick is going to be blocked. And the Witches will be stuck on 6 after the opening touchdown, and they chewed up 5 minutes and 23 seconds, Ernie.
Yes, Elvis Espinal, by the way, the kicker who kicked off for Salem, Massachusetts, believed to be the player that got in to make the block on that. Yeah, this is couldn't be a better start for the Witches. Not only to score a touchdown, but to chew up nearly half the first quarter. We have no idea what Salem's offense looks like, and it's halfway through the first quarter. We will find out here pretty soon.
Ryan Quinn Rocco will lead his team out onto the field with the offensive unit, a senior 6'3", 195.
He is back along with Michael Curtin, number 2, another senior, 5'10", 150. Who is listed as a quarterback. Don't know if he's a starting quarterback or not. They list 4 quarterbacks on the roster. We'll find out momentarily.
And number 3, Quinn Rocco Ryan.
Glad to see they got that fire put out over there, Ernie.
It was pretty quick action there. It wasn't long that they were there. Matter of fact, some of the emergency vehicles are out on
State Street.
The State Street, the main street here.
Pretty good kickoff there by Youngs, fielded by Salem, and it's taken up just shy of the 20-yard line. The return by Quinn Rocco Ryan.
Return of about 16 yards on the play.
Up to the 28, and that's where the Salem Witches will begin.
On the start, out to the 28-yard line, where the Salem Witches will start 1st and 10.
Just 2 captains for Salem, Quinn Rocco Ryan, along with Jaden Benson. And handoff And Ryan will run it to the right side. Picks up a couple of yards there. It's going to be second down and 8. Quarterback is Andreas Bernal.
Goes out of bounds after a gain of 2 out to the 30. Second and 8.
Salem cheerleaders have made the trip as well. I think the football team came up yesterday. Cheerleaders made the long ride today.
Yeah, they had a workout when they got up here to Salem yesterday. Looked like late afternoon here at Doyle Field.
Bernal back to pass, feeling some pressure, steps up in the pocket, now escapes, and he'll fall forward for the first down, which has had him hemmed in there briefly. But a nice job by the Salem quarterback to evade that pressure. Run straight ahead for the first down.
Yeah, pretty crafty there for Bernal, who was a senior, as Brewer came up from the outside on both ends, and he stepped up and didn't really find a lot of space, but just used his footwork to maneuver his way for a gain of about 9.
From the 39 of Salem. Bernal rolling to his left, slings it near side, pass is caught by Curtin. He gets around a Brewer defender, and he'll fall forward, staying in bounds. He'll go down at the Witches, the Brewer Witches, 45.
Jake Perry on the tackle.
Michael Curtin, another senior.
Yeah, just running the short routes, getting playmakers in position to do some damage in the open field. And
put the brakes on right there.
Yeah, put the brakes on, shook off one tackle, and then some nice moves before the tackle is made in Brewer territory at the 45. That's going to be a gain of 16.
6-0 Brewer. With 5:20 left to go here in the first half. This is twin Rocco Ryan straight ahead over the 40-yard line. Nice first down pickup there. 6 yards.
So he is lined up in the slot and as a halfback here, and gotten the ball in both situations. He's obviously the type of guy that they just try to get him the football offensively in as many ways as possible. You see on this play, he's in the slot on the right side of the field.
And we've got a false start on Salem. That'll cost them 5.
Billy, back him up 5 yards. Right to the snap. Full 60 defense. 5-yard penalty. Remains second down.
Second down and 9 now for Salem. Today's ball game brought to you in part by Uno Pizzeria and Grill. Come check out the new patio in front of the restaurant at 725 Stillwater Avenue in Bangor. Right now you can buy one pizza while dining in, get one of lesser or equal value for half off, or takeout. Call 947-5000 or order online at unos.com. Bernal fires right, and good coverage. Nice tackle there. Pass is complete to number 11, Oscar Fernandez.
11, Oscar Fernandez. Tackle by number 11, Brody Muncie.
Muncie with the tackle there for Brewer. Brody Muncie, a junior.
Yeah, Fernandez had to back up just a little bit to make that catch. Didn't have the momentum to go forward immediately after making the catch. And a nice job there by Muncie, Brody Muncie, a junior for Brewer, to prevent him from gaining any more yardage.
We have hit the 4-minute mark here in this first quarter. Still 6-0 Brewer. Signals coming in from the far sideline. Bernal hands it off. Ball is loose. Who's got it? Salem may have been able to fall on that football. And it was...
recovered by Salem.
Yeah, I think Ryan recovered his own fumble there.
Coming from the right side.
Second and 11.
The ball just pops out
on that football.
Yeah, he gets down on it real quickly. Loss of 1, second and long for Salem.
Today's game brought to you by Acadia Federal Credit Union. Acadia FCU is a full-service financial institution with 8 branches, 3 of them in Bangor. Find out how Acadia can enrich your life at acadiafcu.org. Curtin in motion. They fake the handoff to him. Bernal will fire downfield. Open in the middle of the field is Quinn Rocco Ryan, and he's going to take it home for 6. Salem strikes back, and they have tied up the Brewer Witches. It's 6-6 here at Doyle Field.
Salem sent 2 receivers to that right side, one deep and one short, and then Quinn Rocco Ryan started on the left side of the field, came all the way across the field and split the 2 other receivers, and he was wide open in the middle of the field. Had to break just one tackle. There it is on the corner. So he makes the turn and into the end zone for the 36-yard touchdown play.
On for the extra point is Finn Coughlin. Ball down. Kick is a wobbly one, and it's good. Snuck it in that left upright. So Salem, their first lead of the afternoon. It's 7-6 for the Witches from Massachusetts.
72 yards, 7 plays for the Salem Witches.
Brewer Athletic Hall of Fame. And the All Sports
Our ball game today brought to you by Loring Job Corps. Don't settle for training just to get a job. Get training that results in a career at Loring Job Corps. Visit jobcorps.gov.
It was space worthy to put Coach Perrone's name on it.
And high school football on Ticket TV. Also brought to you by Colebrook Mitsubishi, New England's #1 volume Mitsubishi dealer, featuring a 5-year, 60,000-mile comprehensive warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and rates as low as 0%. Colebrook Mitsubishi, 337 Madison Avenue in Skowhegan, and at colebrookmitsubishi.com.
Set to kick off for Salem, number 5, Elvis Espinal. Back deep to receive for Brewer.
Jim Churchill, Ernie Clark, Mark Paulette. Max Pottle is our producer and director. Got Matt Cunha down on the field with one camera. Main cam is Isaiah Kennel, and we got Peter Paulette off to our left. All right, the Witches will start their second drive of the ball game at their own 35.
Kick returned out to the 35-yard
Short
line.
kickoff there.
Yeah, Jacoby Freeman picked it up and ran it about 9 yards on the return to the 35, but decent field position for the Brewer Witches to start out their second possession of the game.
All right, 2:43 left to go here in the first quarter. Ethan Levitt will run it himself, and he's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage, but stays on his feet, still going. He's got the first down. He's across midfield. And the Witches, a little feisty in this one, Ernie, in the first quarter.
Yes,
the Brewer
sir.
Witches.
And Ethan Levitt there, that's the second time he's run that quarterback draw of sorts here. Watch this, and he's just breaking tackles. They're trying to get him high. He bounces off a tackle at the line of scrimmage and then finds some room to run. And
3 broken tackles.
It's going to be 35, 15, 17 yards on the play.
So Brewer has shown something offensively, trailing by 1. A couple of minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Levitt turns, hands it off to Bragg Willett. He's got some running room. Comes close to the 40-yard line, dropped at the 41. 8 yards on that first down play.
Again, not
the
that
offensive line, Ernie.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job. Salem not with a lot of guys along the line of scrimmage. It's basically 3 down linemen and looks to be one end. And Brewer's kind of outnumbering them up front at the moment.
2nd and 2. Levitt hands it off to Bragg Willett, and he's going to come up about a yard shy of the line to gain. It'll be 3rd and 1, a long one for Brewer.
Slow developing play. Angel Nolasco, number 1. 5'9", 175-pound defensive back comes up to make the tackle.
And based upon what we saw earlier in this quarter, Brewer in 4-down territory.
Sure.
40-yard line, 3rd down and about 2.
Levitt surveys the situation. Ethan under center. And he's going to throw it, and it's going to be complete. And that's going to be a first down for Brewer. It's going to be Muncie on the receiving end. He's tackled at the 28. And the drive continues for Brewer.
Yeah, looks to be a situation where Salem's expecting the run. They've got basically 8 in the box to start the play, but Levitt drops back and finds Muncie on a little bit of a slant there where he stopped and got in front of the defender, made the catch, and picked up the first down.
I like that call on.
That's a real good call.
It is 4-down territory, clearly for Brewer in that situation. So they go with the pass on 3rd and 1. 15 seconds left in this first quarter. Here's the pitch back to Jackson Bragg-Willette, and he is taken down.
Jackson Bragg-Willette, the ball carrier.
Brewer might want to stay away from that type of play.
Yeah, you don't want to run
the
sideways.
Quick hitters are working for them.
Yeah, they've been able to run forward and then cut outside after they've gotten through the line of scrimmage. But the east-west stuff, Salem's been able to snuff out a little bit.
All right, that is going to do it for the first quarter. At the end of 1 here at Doyle Field, it's Salem 7, Brewer 6. This is high school football on Ticket TV.
High school sports on Ticket TV is presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street, Bangor, and Wilson Street in Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales. Nothing runs like a deer in Bangor and Ellsworth. Next Home Experience. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. Casella. Giving resources new life. Firehouse Subs. 920 Stillwater Avenue in Bangor. Levesque Business Solutions. Your one-stop source for office equipment and furniture. Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center. The official sports grill of Ticket TV. Varney Mazda, located at 260 Hogan Road in Bangor. Hidden Meadows Golf Course, where golf is for everyone. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. And by Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's best driver's ed for 55 years.
Back at historic Doyle Field, which is their second possession of the afternoon. And that is going to be a lateral. And it's going to be off the hands of Jake Perry. Goes out of bounds. Going to result in a 2-yard loss for Brewer. And it's going to be 3rd down and about 15 yards to go here for the Brewer Witches. If you're in the mood for mouth-watering pizza or Italian food made from fresh ingredients, come to Angelo's Pizzeria in Bangor and Hamden.
Goes for loss of 2 yards back to the 33-yard line. 3rd down and 15.
All right, Jake Perry wide to the right. Muncie, the wide man to the left side. Love it. No drop there. Pass is complete to Muncie up to the 25-yard line. And it's going to be 4th down and reasonable here for Brewer. About a long 5 yards to go.
Yeah, about 7. 24 to the 17. But still, they picked up half of it there, and that's that slant route again to Muncie. Gain of 8. Levitt 3 for 3 through the air.
Yeah. That was a 0-step drop, Ernie.
Yes.
Love it.
Turn and throw.
Oops. That's not going to help.
5.
Penalty marker down.
About 2 out of the 11 offensive players there for Brewer were out of step with the other 9.
I've been watching a lot of Canadian football this summer.
9 in the offense. 5-yard penalty remains 4th down.
And you can do it up there. Matter of fact, I'm amazed. I swear they're always across the line of scrimmage by the time they throw the hike the football, but they never call it, so I guess not. That's the second penalty on Brewer.
Down against Brewer.
Both 5-yarders.
5-yard penalty. Spots the ball back at the 29-yard line. 4th down, 11.
First minute of the second quarter, and now Brewer wants a timeout. We'll talk about this 4th down and 11 situation. Let's take a look at the school profiles, and we'll start with Salem, Massachusetts High School.
Salem, Massachusetts High School, enrollment of 900. Principal is Glenn Burns. Riley Christie, the athletic director, who was very prompt when I asked for a roster early in the week, so I thank him for that. Did you know Cy Wentworth was a professional American football player who spent 3 seasons in the NFL, having played for the Providence Steamroller in 1925 and 1926, and then with the Boston Bulldogs in 1929. And I can only guess that he went to Salem High School, because otherwise we wouldn't have him on there.
Is that true, Max? That is true.
Special thank you to
Cy Wentworth.
Tom Coyne, Joseph and Kathleen Eugenio.
And then Brewer High School 705, the enrollment. Brent Slowakowski is in attendance today, the principal. David Utterback, the athletic director for the Witches of Maine. Did you know no one truly knows why Brewer High School's mascot is the Witches? At first, the school's teams had no mascot. Then for a brief period, they were called the Tigers. All of a sudden, the Witches showed up.
And Stephen Youngs with the punt there. It's going to roll out of bounds down around the 15-yard line. So Salem will take over at that spot.
14 yards on the punt.
Today's game here in Brewer brought to you by Black Fly Coffee. Start your day off right with Black Fly Coffee, a local coffee shop with drive-through and mobile ordering, serving the best coffee in the area along with bagels, bakery items, donuts, and fresh squeezed lemonade at 107 Main Road in Holton, just across the Brewer line. So Matt Cunha, one of our camera people, with a Black Fly Coffee earlier today. Here's Curtin. He's going to get around that left end. He's got some running room. He's got one man to beat. And Mike Curtin is going to take it to the house. 85 yards. 86 yards make it. Touchdown, Salem, and the Salem Witches up their lead to 13-7. 6, excuse me.
Made that happen in a hurry there. Just went off to his left. Had one real good downfield blocker here. Watch this. Makes the handoff. Gets around the corner as the end for Brewer. Colby was double teamed there. And then late block there by Espinal, number 5.
Brandon Rivera was the last Brewer Witch in the vicinity.
But he ran by himself, long strides over the last 45 yards. Oh! Stats just went flying.
Extra point is good by Coughlin. Yeah, I don't think the Salem assistant coaches were able to snare that one out of midair.
Let's take a break. We're going to take a break here, or we're going to keep going? I'm going to go take a look.
You take a break.
This is my
You're good.
stats here.
All right, so Salem, 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. That time an 86-yard burst to the end zone by Mike Curtin.
Timothy Higgins, Mike Lagasse.
Today's game brought to you by Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A in Holden. Check out Dorsey's top pick, Eastman House Queen mattresses in 5 comfort levels. On sale now starting at $6.99. Dorsey Furniture, Route 1 in Holden.
Francis Farrow.
Jim Churchill, Ernie Clark, Mark Paulette here in the Ken Perrone press box.
And the Brewer All-Sport Boosters.
Big day for the only 2 Witches football programs in the country, Mark Paulette.
Yeah, I guess I'll step in here for Ernie for a second. You guys got saved a couple of times down there by the Salem DC, but not quick enough with the reflexes on that last one, was he?
No, I think.
Oh, look at that. He's back with the sheet.
He's got him. All right, here's the return by Brewer, and that's going to be Jake Perry bringing it back across the 30-yard line. Brewer will start this possession at their own 32.
The stat gods must like me because it was right at the bottom of the steps.
Really?
I didn't have to take a step going off the steps, and there they were. But I'm not going to press my luck, or try not to press my luck anymore this afternoon. 2 for 2. You're 1 for 1, so we're doing pretty well here.
All right, the Witches down by 8 now. 10:25 left to go here in the first half. Ethan Levitt. That is Jake Perry in motion. He's going to get the handoff from Levitt. Jake into the middle of that Salem defense. Picks up a yard on that play. Let's take a look at the upcoming live events on Maine Sports Leader, 92.9 The Ticket. Some Black Bear football coming your way this afternoon. The Monmouth Hawks in Orono to take on the Black Bears. Pregame show at 3 p.m. on The Ticket. Tomorrow afternoon, Red Sox and Yankees conclude their 4-game series. That series can't come to an end quick enough for Red Sox fans after last night and the night before. And then we get Sunday Night Football for you to cap off the weekend on The Ticket. And a good run here for Brewer. Powering his way forward is Jacoby Freeman. The second good run of the ball game. And now it's 3rd and 2 for Brewer. So Brewer has been able to run the football against the Salem defense, Ernie.
Yeah, they had 67 total yards in the first quarter, 13 of them passing, so that means 54 yards on the ground, which averaging out over 4 quarters is over 200 yards for the game. So that's exactly what Brewer would like to do. See if they can pick up this first down on 3rd and short.
Levitt hands it back to Bragg Willett, and he is caught in the backfield, kept churning the legs, got back to the line of scrimmage. So now it's going to be 4th down and 2 for Brewer.
Yeah, Espinal broke through the line and slowed up Bragg Willett's progress, and then the rest of the defensive front got there to make the tackle, and goes for no gain.
Let's look at the upcoming broadcast schedule here on Ticket TV. And Monday we'll be at Hedrick Field. First time for a soccer match there. Bangor and Brewer girls at Cameron Stadium on Tuesday for Brewer at Bangor boys soccer. And then a doubleheader, Baps and Bangor soccer on Thursday, followed by Lewiston at Bangor football, which is going to get the first down here. That is Freeman. He's a tough guy to bring down, Ernie.
Yeah, he's
got a solid base.
Burley, low center of gravity, and he's making things happen for the Witches here.
Aiden Colazo on the stop.
Jacoby Freeman, a sophomore.
Our coverage this afternoon brought to you by Bangor Window Shade and Drapery, offering custom blinds, shades, drapery, and outdoor awnings. Bangor Window Shade, 105 Main Street in Bangor. 14-6, Salem leading this one in the heat at Doyle Field. Freeman to the right of Levitt, and now a flag.
Offsides on Brewer.
Has been thrown at the feet of Muncie. I believe it was him.
Back him up 5. Encroachment on the offense, number 72. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Tracy Willett dropped that flag right on his cleat tops, Ernie.
Yeah, but it was actually called on number 72, Blair Wilson.
Okay.
Left tackle there on the end of the line. At least that's what the official said.
Tim Kenny, our referee. First down and 15 now for Brewer. Levitt fires it right. Pass is deflected. And in on the play there is Elvis Espinal.
Pass deflected by number 5, Elvis Espinal.
Been around the ball a lot here in the first half defensively.
Ball of the 39, 2nd down and 15.
High school sports on Ticket TV, brought to you by UMaine Online. 60-plus online degree and certificate programs offered through Maine's flagship university. Apply now at umaine.edu/online.
Yankees up 1-0 in the third.
Thank you, Ernie, for that ray of sunshine.
Well, I had the life taken out of me last night.
Ooh, Levitt gets hit just as he was throwing the football. Pass intended for Bragg Willett. Fortunate he didn't catch it, actually. Would have been another loss for Brewer.
I was feeling good last night leaving here with the Red Sox up 4-0. Because Mark and I on our props on the drive had
less than
the
8.
Red Sox under 8.5 or 8. Well, it didn't matter because
right.
It was 8.5, even worse, because by the time I got in the car, Aaron Judge hit a grand slam. It was 5-4.
Make it 9.
Aish.
6:40 left here in the first half. 1 possession game. Ethan Levitt fires it near side, caught by Muncy, turns it upfield. He'll be brought down at the 47-yard line of Brewer.
Oscar Fernandez on the tackle.
And it's going to be 4th down, and the Witches are going to have to punt here. So Stephen Youngs
Available
back
play.
on the turf here at Doyle.
47-yard line.
Today's ball game also brought to you by North Star Waste and Recycling, conveniently located at 198 Dirigo Drive in Brewer. At North Star, they are picking up what you are putting down.
Youngs in punt formation.
So the penalty hurting the Witches in that possession. Youngs gets it away. Low, wobbly kick, takes a Brewer bounce. It's going to hit a Salem player, and the Witches have recovered. Johnny on the spot there for Brewer is Brody Muncy, and the Witches are going to take over deep in Salem territory. Mistake there by Mike Curtin.
Yeah, low punt. Got to the ground in a hurry and bounced, took a Brewer bounce. It got away from Mike Curtin. And there's Muncy right there, leading the charge for Brewer. And
Brewer at the Salem 24.
picked up basically 30 yards on that play, the Witches did.
Five and a half left to go in the first half. That's Bragg Willette. He's going nowhere. Forward progress back to the line of scrimmage.
Angel and Roscoe on the tackle.
And we got a timeout called here by Brewer.
Looking at the play.
Black Bear Nation, the football season is underway. Maine football 1-1 on the season. They're hosting Monmouth today. Still time to catch that action at Alphon Stadium. For tickets for future Black Bear home games, call 581-BEAR or go online at goblackbears.com/tickets.
We'd like to personally thank
This Battle of the Witches here this afternoon, also brought to you by Bennett Auto Center. Experience the Bennett Auto Center difference at 99 Thatcher Street in Bangor and at BennettAutoCenter.com. Second down and 10 for Brewer. 5:12 on the clock here at Doyle Field. Excellent crowd on hand.
Kathleen performed a lot of the design work that has come to life today.
We'll say hi to our friends watching on Ticket TV down in the Salem, Massachusetts area. So you had that tidbit there, the did you know on the Brewer mascot. No mascot at the beginning, then briefly the Tigers before they landed on the Witches. And nobody's been able to find out how that all came down. Now the Salem, Massachusetts
kind of understand
mascot,
why
yes,
that is, yes.
There's a direct line to that one.
Yes.
Even I can figure that one out. All right, Levitt is going to pass. Pressure coming, and he will be dropped. That is a sack. In with the pressure for Salem, Massachusetts, Cesar Mesa Catillo.
It came from the weak side there. And Levitt didn't know he was coming and didn't have much time to do anything about it anyways.
He does not. Well, that's a one-step drop there.
Takes the inside against the defense, offensive tackle and gets right to the quarterback there. Probably would have been better served taking a couple extra steps back in that case. But
well, if he had felt it a little earlier, he did have some room to roll to the right there, but realized the pressure a little too late. All right, which is going in the wrong direction. Here's Bragg Willette. He's going to be brought down. Close to one of those horse collar tackles, but no flag this time.
Jaden Benson on the tackle.
Yeah, they've done a nice job adjusting to Bragg Willette. He has gone for 0, 0, and -2 on his last 3 carries.
4th down and 18. Youngs
All right, Stephen Youngs has been busy here in the second quarter.
Ryan back deep for Salem.
Curtin and Ryan back deep, and Mike Curtin's going to stay away from this bouncing football, which is a chance to down it at the 1-yard line. Excellent punt there by Stephen Youngs. Curtin, after the mishap on the last punt, decided to stay away from that one.
Yeah, he's got the ball bouncing the Witch's way here, and there is
Muncie.
Is that Muncie again?
I think so.
Yeah, it's about the 1 foot line mark, at least.
Good job.
Yeah, can't get it better than that. So 99.5 yards is the task facing the Salem Witches here with 3:39 left in the second quarter.
Brody Muncie recovered the fumble on the last punt. There's that wizard or warlock, Ernie.
Oh, look at him. Wonder if he's getting warm wearing black today.
Trying to put a hex on the Salem Witches. Pass is knocked down. Nice play there by the Brewer Witches. Cooper Charette, junior cornerback. Got his right mid on that one, knocking it to the turf.
Pass was online to Quinn Rocco Ryan, but
excellent position.
Charette stayed right with him and was able to block the ball away. Great defense there.
Today's ball game brought to you by Tiller and Rye, a local grocer at 20 South Main Street in Brewer. They are proud to offer products from right here in the Pine Tree State. 2nd down and 10 from the 1 foot line of Salem. They get some breathing room here, maybe a little bit more. There he goes. Quinn Rocco Ryan, he is going to go 99 yards and 2 feet. For touchdown number 3 of the day for Salem.
99 yards, touchdown Salem.
Wow.
Well, and he had just gone out in the pass route on the play before, so good conditioning there as well as breakaway speed. Once he got through the line, there he goes out to his left, makes a cut, gets by number 17 for Brewer.
Stiff arm.
Brandon Rivera, and see you later. Last 75 yards, he's all by his lonesome. And I guess we start to see why everybody's so high on Quinn Rocco Ryan there. Shows the breakaway speed. And
Ben Coughlin on for the extra point.
So they've scored on plays of 86 and 99 yards.
And Coughlin tacks on the extra to make it 21-6, Salem, Massachusetts.
Touchdown kick is good by number 88.
Our contest this afternoon here on Ticket TV is brought to you by Liberty Olton, licensed insurance agent. Liberty is an independent agent who helps individuals and small businesses find the best plans that suit their needs. Call Liberty Olton at 217-8214. 21-6 Salem, 3:26 left to go here in the first half. Today's game on Ticket TV also brought to you by Bangor Tire Company. From a lawnmower to a skidder, Bangor Tire Company has you covered since 1927. The best in tires and service. Find them at 514 Colebrook Road in Herman or at bangortire.com.
Now that has to be close to the longest run ever in the history of historic Doyle Field, Jim.
It was legitimately at about the 8-inch mark in front of that goal line.
Number 5.
Yeah, they don't get much longer than that. I don't know what it would be.
Maybe been a kick return
A
longer
play from
than
scrimmage.
that, maybe, but not a play from scrimmage.
End over end kick.
Charette from the 21.
And bringing it up near the 30-yard line for Brewers, Cooper Charette. He's going to be run out of bounds, just shy of the 30 at the 29. Mark Paulette will be taking over my duties here very shortly.
Does he have to report in, or can he just go in on the fly? How does that work?
No, I think he's got to
Mark
let
Paulette reporting for duty.
got to let Tim Kenny know.
Yes. Tim will stop the game and make the announcement. With a dead ball foul, we're allowing Mark Paulette to do play-by-play for the second half.
Paulette is eligible All right, which is in a hole now. They scored the first 6 of the afternoon. 21 unanswered points here for Salem. Here's that man again, Jacoby Freeman. I like his work at that running back position. Built like a fullback.
It's hard to stop him from gaining something because he's just got that momentum going and the low center of gravity and the strong legs. And that time he picked up 5.
From a lawnmower to a skidder, Bangor Tire Company has you covered since 1927. The best in tires and service. Find them at 514 Colebrook Road in Herman or at bangortire.com. Ethan Levitt facing a 2nd down and 5 here for Brewer. Handoff goes to Freeman. Ooh, jump cut there for Jacoby. He's going to pick up 2. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 3.
Elvis Espinal.
And we got a timeout called here by Salem.
Jaden Benson on the stop.
High school football and soccer on Ticket TV, brought to you by Pat's Pizza in Hamden. Whether playing or just watching football can work up quite an appetite. That's when it's time for Pat's Pizza on Main Road in Hamden. Call 947-6488 or visit patspizzahamden.com.
Salem calls it 2nd time out of the half. 2:21 left. They're hoping for a stop here and a chance to get one more possession before intermission with 2:21 left in the 2nd quarter. Brewer would love to get this 1st down at least. Keep the possession. Salem then at that point would have just 1 timeout left. And then Brewer could decide whether or not how aggressive it might want to be offensively with the ball out near the 40-yard line pending a 1st down.
This Battle of the Witches brought to you by Union Street Laundromat and Dry Cleaning for over 30 years. Bangor's best dry cleaners. Ask about their military and senior citizen discounts. Open 7 to 7, 7 days a week at 1001 Union Street in Bangor. 2:21 on the clock here at Doyle. Handoff to Bragg-Willett, and he's going to be dropped behind the line of scrimmage. They have zeroed in on Jackson. Started off well in this game, but he has not had much going on here in his last 4 or 5 carries.
Now they key in on him. Matter of fact, in the second quarter, he is 4 carries for 0 yards.
4th down and 5 now for Brewer. And they will be punting the football. Another timeout called here by Salem with 2:12 on the clock.
Which I believe is their last time out of the half, so they will have around 2 minutes. And that is true as well. They've had the ball for 3 plays here in the 2nd quarter and scored 2 touchdowns.
Today's game here in the heat in Brewer, brought to you by Frank's Bake Shop, family owned and operated since 1945. Check out Frank's Meals to Go. They are convenient and delicious. And don't forget those scrumptious baked goods that have made Frank's famous. Call 947-4594. That's Frank's Bake Shop, 199 State Street in Bangor and at franksbakery.com. Stephen Young's another punt. And he barely gets that one away. Sidewinding kick. And Salem's going to stay away from this one. Back deep that time was Oscar Fernandez. Takes a Brewer roll inside the 30-yard line.
Salem went for the block on that play, and Quinn Rocco Ryan got close, but Young's able to get it off. Again, gets the good bounce in Brewer's favor once it hit the ground and carried to about the 27 of Salem. 23 and 16, 39 yards on the punt with no return.
All right, the Salem Witches take over. Here's the pass. Bernal, it's complete. Will this be another long touchdown here for Salem? No. Saving tackle.
And they're going to say the ball was down, and the ball did get loose.
Saving tackle there by Brandon Rivera. And has been the story here in this first half for Salem. Big plays. 99 yards, would you say 86? 86 yards.
And that play there goes for 30 and 23, 53. You just see the size advantage there. Espinal had it. Espinal's been all over the field today.
This time, Bernal fires left. And that's Quinn Rocco Ryan. Already has that 99-yard touchdown. He's going to take it down inside the 10. It's going to be marked out of bounds at the 6, so it'll be first and goal here for Salem.
Plus 14 in there.
14 on the play. Gives Salem a first and goal at the 6.
128 yards passing now for the Salem Witches. They're able to spread the field with multiple receivers.
And the pass intended for Curtin off his fingertips, which has had it pretty well covered over there. A couple of orange uniforms in the vicinity.
Andreas Bernal, number 4.
Good man, Cunha right there. Look out, Matt.
Matt was up, ready with the stiff arm if he needed it.
Second and goal from the 6 for Salem. They lead this one 21-6. Looking for more. Goes back to Quinn Rocco Ryan, and an excellent tackle by Muncie. Tell you what, Brody Muncie is having himself quite the game here for Brewer.
Really is, doing a nice job. A lot of one-on-one situations. That one he had was just him against Quinn Rocco Ryan, and Muncie won.
Third and goal.
Now it's third and goal from the 9, so a 3-yard loss there for Salem. Warlock having photos taken with some adoring fans down below. And that one is knocked down.
It's Rivera on the defense there. Brandon Rivera with the stop, and now Salem faces a decision here, 4th and goal.
And this would be a huge moral victory here for the Witches if they could stop Salem, keep them off the board for the 4th time. Long look across the way at the far sideline. 43 seconds left to go in the first half. Bernal is going to roll to his left. He's got some space over there. He's going to try to take it himself, but he is going to be denied. Stephen Youngs with a secure tackle at the 5, and Brewer will take over on downs.
Yeah, Morgan Judkins, number 2 over there as well. Had a receiver open in the end zone, 85 in the middle of the end zone, but it was a situation where he was running to his left. He would have had to try to stop to make the throw, and he was being pursued at the time, so he couldn't. So great defensive effort by the Brewer Witches.
So the Witches got to be careful here. Let's just see what they do with 34 seconds left.
Timeout.
And they're going to call a timeout. We'll take a brief timeout as well. And when we come back, Mark Paulette is going to be on the call with Ernie Clark. This is high school football on Ticket TV.
Your local professional eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Have you tried the new happy hour specials at Uno Pizzeria and Grill? Just $6 gets you cheesy garlic bread, mozzarella sticks, buffalo chicken quesadillas, cheeseburger sliders, and much more Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m., 9 to close, and all day Sundays. Don't forget about the dough raiser at Uno's. Schedule a dough raiser for your local fundraiser and earn up to 25% of event sales.
Contact your local Uno Pizzeria in Bangor for more details at 725 Stillwater Avenue and place your orders at 947-5000 and unos.com. Welcome back to Doyle Field here in Brewer for the final 33 seconds of this first half. Mark Paulette stepping in for the play-by-play for Jim Churchill. A handoff for the Witches right up the middle on what should be the final play of the half if they choose to make it so.
Yeah, that was Jacoby Freeman, again, the fullback. Salem out of timeout, so it's up to Brewer in terms of how quickly they want to run another play.
And the Witches, the Brewer Witches, that is, look content to take this to the half. Brewer jumped out to the early 6-0 lead before 3 unanswered touchdowns by Salem. A good stand by the Witches, though, down at this end of the field to keep it at 21-6 as we break for the half. It's Salem leading Brewer in the second Ken Perrone Classic, the battle for the Cauldron Cup. The Salem Witches 21, the Brewer Witches 6. Don't go anywhere. We're right back for the halftime show on Ticket TV.
To my first Mazda, thanks for always being there for me. Watch after your next owner, as you have me.
Find your Mazda today at Varney Mazda in Bangor.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Acadia Federal Credit Union keeps you in touch with your money using our mobile app, Acadia Go. Access your account anytime, anywhere. Check balances, transfer funds, pay bills, and even deposit checks with the tap of a button. That's not all. Now with Apple Pay, use your fingerprint to pay for purchases. It's quick and your account information is never shared. Apple Pay is safe and private. Acadia Federal Credit Union. We keep you mobile.
That nip in the air can only mean one thing. Dorsey's fall introductions have arrived and we need to make room. Hundreds of items have been marked down store-wide. Flexsteel Thornton sofa in a great quality Revolution fabric, list price $23.99, now only $8.99. Power reclining lift chair that lists for $10.99, now only $5.99. Dorsey's fall clearance is a perfect time to get any room in your home ready for the winter months. Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A, Holden.
Back here at the half at Doyle Field, there's a shot of the Cauldron Cup. What's up for grabs today between the Brewer Witches and the Salem Witches? Brewer jumped out to the quick 6-0 lead. It's been all Salem since, with Salem on top 21-6. As we get to half, this is the Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center halftime show. Whether you're watching some sports at the bar or taking the family out for a great meal and some fun, Heroes is the place to be. The official sports grill and Ticket TV in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. I'm Mark Paulette stepping in for the call of the second half on this contest. Ernie Clark still standing by. And Ernie, let's get to the first half highlights. A quick start for Brewer and then some explosive offense from Salem.
Yes, indeed. Brewer got the ball to start with the opening kickoff. Used up nearly the half of the first quarter here. And here's Jackson Gross Willett going left for a gain of 13 to the 9-yard line. Salem calls timeout in the very next play. Gross Willett goes to his right. Same kind of run. Cut outside, but that goes for the touchdown, and Brewer is leading 6-0. But here comes Michael Curtin on a pass for a gain. Here's another pass, this time to number 11, Oscar Fernandez. And there's, I believe, an extra point there by Salem.
Yeah, 3 for 3 on kicks in the first half.
Nice gain there for Brewer. And here comes Michael Curtin, number 2. Gets to the outside, gets one downfield block by number 5, Elvis Espinal, and gone is Curtin. That's an 86-yard run early in the second quarter. Here's going to be a turnover by Yes, the ball gets away from Curtin on the punt, and that is Brody Muncie with the recovery, giving Brewer great field position. And here's another punt. Brewer downs it inside the 1 yard line, 99.5 yards to go.
One play is all it took.
Yeah, incompletion on the first play. And then Quinn Rocco Ryan went 99.5 yards to the end zone here.
That was the stand by the Witches at the end of the half.
Exactly. They were trying to punch one more in and use all their timeouts, but nice stop on fourth down by the Brewer Witches defense, particularly Stephen Youngs on that play, to keep the Salem Witches out of the end zone and keep this a two-score game at 21-6.
Those first half highlights brought to you by Next Home Experience. For the third straight year, Next Home is the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. And there's a shot of the fan cam presented by University of Maine Sports. That's where Jim is off to call this afternoon's conference opener between the Black Bears and Monmouth up in Orono. Kickoff 3:30, coverage beginning on the ticket at 3 p.m. Rich Kimball and Bob Lucy with the pregame show there as the Black Bears look to open up conference play with a win. Maine at 1-1, Monmouth and former Black Bear quarterback Derek Robertson coming to town with a record of 0-2. Both teams coming off a matchup last week against ranked opponents, Monmouth against Lafayette, and of course Maine at number 3, Montana State in the FCS.
And not that this makes any difference given what happened last night, but the Red Sox are now up 3-1 on the Yankees in the 5th inning.
Oh, just give it time, Ernie.
Yeah.
Let it get to the bullpen.
Get it to the bullpen. Well, we're in the 5th, so we're getting close.
Getting about there. The Red Sox right at 500, 74-74 after coughing up another granny last night. Saw a stat, they've allowed the most grand slams this year. They've also hit the fewest. They have yet to hit one at your Boston Red Sox.
Net big negative in that category.
Ticket TV coverage brought to you in part by Bangor Mall Cinemas, Greater Bangor's favorite hometown theater for over 40 years. Bangor Mall Cinemas feature luxury recliners and an upgraded food menu. Find showtimes and reserve your seat at yourneighborhoodtheater.com. Take a time out here in the Heroes Halftime Show. When we come back, we'll run through some of the numbers on an impressive coaching resume for the namesake of today's ballgame, Ken Perrone, here at the Ken Perrone Classic between the Salem Witches and the Brewer Witches. Can see Ken in the bleachers right below us, and we'll dive into some of those numbers next. This is high school football on Ticket TV.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And nobody knows better than our loyal customers.
Since 1994, our family has proudly sold and serviced John Deere products. Our customers know that quality and reliability set John Deere apart.
And right now at Greenway, take advantage of this offer.
Get 0% APR fixed rate financing for 60 months on a John Deere compact utility tractor with a 6-year powertrain warranty.
For more offers, go to greenwayequipment.com.
See the Smith Brothers today at Greenway Equipment Sales, Ellsworth, and Bangor.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
Hey you! Yes, you! Are you between the ages of 16 and 24 trying to plan your future? Let the dedicated team at Job Corps get you headed in the right direction. Earn your diploma or get certified in a vocation in less than a year. Call today to change your life.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs. We make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Like our spicy Cajun chicken with Cajun seasoned grilled chicken breast and a house-made Cajun mayo. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Visit 920 Stillwater Avenue.
He can't catch a football, but he can fetch you a home. Catch Luke at Next Home Experience.
Thank you for helping us have a great start in 2023.
When we started, we wanted to make sure that North Star could help everyone's needs, whether you own a business, you're a homeowner, or a contractor.
Or you have a big project that you need a big dumpster for.
We have what you need. Front-load dumpsters, roll-offs, and our transfer station, and so much more.
And the best part is, our prices are unbelievable. If you don't have one of these, you're paying too much.
So who cares if your trash gets picked up?
At North Star Waste and Recycling,
We care.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, depend on the knowledge and experience of Hammond Lumber Company. Hammond's Home Planning Center will turn your ideas into accurate conceptual drawings, and 3D visualization is available. Your Hammond sales rep will prepare a materials list and cost estimate. And when you buy all of your materials from them, Hammond will refund all of your design fees. Hammond can deliver your order from any of their 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner since 1953.
Since 1966, Down East Toyota has been Eastern Maine's Toyota dealer. Although our look has changed, our commitment remains the same. We're dedicated to keeping you and your Toyota on the road. From safety and reliability to outstanding resale values, Toyota has earned your trust. And right now, buy our rugged workhorse truck, the Tundra, for a low 1.99% APR for up to 48 months. It's a nice new look, but we're just as proud of our old values. One family, one dealership, one outstanding brand. All roads lead to Down East.
Enhance your student-athlete's performance and get to the next level with Queen City Athletics and VZ. Our 7,000 square foot facility that includes an indoor turf and weight room offers 24/7 gym access, personalized training, and programs year-round. From speed and agility, strength and conditioning, or sports-specific training, our expert trainers are ready to help athletes of all levels excel. Visit vz.queencityathletics.com or follow us on Facebook or Instagram to learn more and sign up today.
Sometimes life is a cluttered mess, but your car doesn't have to be. At Dean's Detailing, we have a variety of packages that will make your car look new again. Change your outlook. Book your appointment now at deansdetailing.com.
To my first Mazda, thanks for always being there for me. Watch after your next owner, as you have me.
Find your Mazda today at Varney Mazda in Bangor.
We're back here at Doyle Field, continuing on with the Heroes halftime show. The Salem Witches leading the Brewer Witches 21-6 in this second Ken Perrone Classic. Battle for the Cauldron Cup this afternoon on Ticket TV, where our coverage is brought to you in part by Doors Equipment, your local Kubota dealer. Doors can help you with all your equipment needs, now offering $0 down, 0% APR for 84 months on select models. Visit doorsequipment.com. We're also brought to you in part by Hillside Athletics. At Hillside Athletics, they are passionate about sports and feature cutting-edge equipment that can help you better your game. Visit Hillside Athletics for a full list of equipment, services, and training packages. Well, Ernie, you and I the other day had a chance to catch up with the man himself, Ken Perrone. He joined us on the drive on the radio, had a nice 10 or 15-minute conversation with the coach, and we certainly brought up his resume during that conversation. Let's take a look at it now as we show some of these numbers on the screen, and just exactly why this man is being honored here today. One of the most legendary high school coaches here in the state of Maine, and same can probably be said down there in Massachusetts for what he did with Salem, but specifically, you see his time at Brewer on the screen here. Football and baseball coach from 67 to 73, 45-12 as the Brewer head coach. That after a sparkling 47-6 record through his time at John Babst. 1968 and 70 Class A state champions. The 70 team is the one that gets a lot of attention, as you see, number 1 in New England, number 1 in the East, number 5 nationally. But as he told us, Ernie, it's really that 68 team that he feels set everything in motion.
Well, a lot of the guys that were seniors on that 1970 team played as sophomores in 1968, including Ralph Payne, who was the All-American running back for the Witches back then. He actually started his coaching career in Dixfield.
Yeah,
at Deer.
A couple of years
there before he came up this way, and then after 1973 on to Salem, Massachusetts, all-time winningest coach in Salem high school history. 72 to 94. And then in 94, there was a teacher's strike at Salem High School in the school district, and because he was part of the faculty, and what the union did was they said, okay, you can coach, but you can't teach. So he went along with that. The team was undefeated, by the way, at the time, and so they went on and had, the players in this video I saw this morning talked about how they had to steal the equipment out of the school so they could use it. And they were playing somewhere else. They had road games as well, and wound up winning the next 3 games to get to 10-0 and went to the Division III Super Bowl in Massachusetts, which is the equivalent of a state championship in that division. Lost that game, but afterwards the administration, because he had kind of defied them in terms of being the head coach, because he wanted to be with his kids and he wanted his kids to have the leadership that they had throughout their run to the season they were having. They didn't hire him back. They basically fired him, and that was the way it ended at Salem High School on the football side. He didn't get, but he did get eventually. 2013, he was inducted into the Salem High School Hall of Fame.
Righted that wrong.
And yeah, they did write that wrong. Almost 20 years later.
Well, and then all he did was go off and become a top 30 all-time winningest head coach in D3 baseball.
Baseball at Salem State, 27 years, 674 wins, 394 losses, and 5 ties. Top 30 in wins, and like you said, the all-time win leader at Salem State. But he had also coached baseball at Babs and Brewer, 6 baseball championships at John Babs, an 80-21 record during that time, and then 3 conference championships at Brewer High School. He went 121 and 23 at Brewer. So I think they mentioned it before the game, in 60 total baseball seasons and 37 football seasons, Perrone's teams went 1,413 victories, including 49 championships, 6 state high school titles, and 7 undefeated teams, and a 16-time Coach of the Year, as well as the member of 8 Hall of Fame. It's just remarkable. And just from watching that video, it was called No Backing Down, based on a book that had been written by one of his players on that 1994 team.
Just Tommy DeVito's agent, correct?
Yes. Just remarkable, the influence he had on those kids in Salem. And the same is true in Brewer, because look what's happening here today.
Exactly.
54 years after they won that 1970 state championship. It's just it would have been interesting to play for him, but B, just to be around and watch how he went about doing things. And just a remarkable career, and it's good that he's being honored in this way today.
We're ready for the kickoff to begin the second half. Brewer kicking it away to Salem. Salem with the 15-point lead. Ball is in the air and over towards the talented Quinn Rocco Ryan. A couple of big touchdowns in that first half. He's off with a kick return here, shaking through tacklers and out to the 45-yard line, where it takes 3 witches to drag him to the ground.
About an 85-yard kickoff. I thought if he'd have gotten to the outside at one of these points, he might have been able to go all the way right there if he'd have cut outside 10, but he went inside, and there was more help there for the witches, and they were able to make the tackle. But still about a 35-yard kickoff return, and the witches from Salem will start out here in the second half, looking to build on a 21-6 lead.
12 seconds into that second half of play.
Got some first half stats I'll give you as we go along here.
Bernal in the backfield, flanked by Espinal. Bernal drops back, looking downfield, throwing through the hands of a Brewer player and right to Rocco Ryan, who makes the catch. Bounces outside and dragged down inside the 30-yard line. Brody Muncie nearly came away with the interception, but the ball went right through his hands to Quinn Rocco Ryan, and another big play for the talented Salem receiver.
Yeah, Muncie had a big first half. He covered a fumble on a punt and was in on numerous defensive plays in the secondary, but that time just couldn't quite come up with the ball, having had 2 hands on it. And, boy, you put it in the hands of Quinn Rocco Ryan, bad things are going to happen if you're the other team. Fumble
right here off the snap, but picking it up off the ground is Bernal and advancing it up to the 30-yard line. A nice job of him to firstly get the ball back in his possession and then get a positive gain out of what was a broken play.
It was a 33-yard pass play there from the 40 of Salem to the 27 of Brewer.
2nd and 3 at 20.
Another power I formation with 3 behind Burnell in the backfield. It's a pitch to Quinn Rocco Ryan. Brings the ball up across the 20-yard line. Looks like a 3rd and 1.
Ryan, the ball carrier.
Ball spotted at the 18-yard line.
John Gunn on the stop.
Yeah, you watch how they put Rocco Ryan in numerous positions offensively, mostly in the slot and in the tailback position he is here.
And he gets the carry on 3rd and 1 up the middle. He's got the first down and then some, taking it down near the 6-yard line before being dragged down after a gain of.
Looks like the ball is about the 7.
Yeah, they mark it at the 7. Either way, it's a gain of more than 10 for Ryan. First and goal coming up for the Salem Witches. Sticking with the same formation, giving it back to the same player. Ryan again up the middle and in. It's another touchdown on the afternoon for Quinn Rocco Ryan. This one a 6-yard scamper. And Salem extends their lead to 21 points.
3rd touchdown of the afternoon for Quinn Rocco Ryan, 1 receiving and 2 running.
That one just a fraction of the length of the first 2 he had in the first half.
Yeah, he had 4 carries for 107 yards in the first half. He's added 21 here on 3 tries in the second half.
Coughlin's kick is good. Sneaking it inside that left upright. He's 4 for 4 on extra points today. And Salem on top, 28-6 over Brewer. That is 4 straight unanswered scores by the Salem Witches since Brewer scored in the early going to take the 6-0 lead.
Yeah, 5 plays, 60 yards on that drive.
Coverage on Ticket TV brought to you in part by the Fitch Company, where you will find experienced electrical and control systems engineers, field technicians, designers, and drafters ready to meet varied engineering challenges or handle projects. Visit them at fitchcompany.com. Ernie, why don't you give us some of those numbers that you have to this point, adding on what Salem just did there on the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, just in terms of Quinn Rocco Ryan, 128 rushing on 6 carries and 80 yards on 4 pass receptions. So he's accounted for more than 200 total yards. First half totals, though, Quinn Rocco Ryan 4 for 107. Bernal 3 for 19 as Brewer receives the kickoff. Curtin had a run for 86, 2 for 88, excuse me. 8 rushes, 207 yards in the first half for Salem, and then in the first half, Bernal 6 of 9 for 115 yards passing. 322 total yards for Salem, which is for Brewer 101 total yards. 24 rushes for 71 yards, led by Jackson Gross.
Bragg.
What was I saying? Jackson Bragg Willett, excuse me.
It's a different name in the local football ranks.
13 carries for 31 yards, 6 for 25 for Jacoby Bremen, and then Levitt, 4 of 6 for 30 yards passing, 60, and then 71 and 30, 71 rushing, 30 passing for 101.
First and 10 for the Witches, and an excellent throw there. Lofting it over the coverage was Levitt. And that's a first down gain across midfield with Jake Perry on the receiving end for the Witches up to the 45-yard line of Salem.
It's going to be a gain of 17, and 5 is 22.
Take a look at this throw coming right into the camera here.
Yeah, good blocking there. Gave Levitt some time. He lofted that in the air over the defensive back and right in the hands of Jake Perry.
22 on the play gives Brewer a first down at the Salem 45.
Now let's see if Brewer can get going again. They scored on their first drive of the game here and looking for the second touchdown now here to start the second half.
I formation for the Witches. Levitt under center, turns, and a handoff in the backfield. Bragg Willett tries to bounce it outside, but just back to the line of scrimmage. Brought down there by Julius Martinez.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of shutting down Bragg Willett. Since the first quarter, he's now 5 carries for 2 yards, 4 carries for no gain, and then 1 2-yard gain. So they have solved that and made the Witches go elsewhere, the Brewer Witches, I should say, go elsewhere.
2nd and 10 for Brewer at the Salem 45. Levitt back in shotgun. Levitt on the QB power, trying to take it inside the tackle where he gets smacked by a couple of Salem D linemen. Short gain on the play of 2. I'll bring up a 3rd and 8.
That play worked a couple of times early in the ball game for Levitt and Brewer, as he was able to get beyond the line of scrimmage. Make some yardage, not that time.
Coverage on Ticket TV brought to you in part by Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, home of the complimentary 6-month, 6,000-mile major component coverage plan, Route 1A in Hancock, and Tony'sFairwayAuto.com.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you kind of suspect at a certain point you go for it on 4th down. They did that early in the game in that first possession when they scored the touchdown back in their own territory, and it worked out for them. But we'll see how they do here if they don't get the first down on this 3rd and 8 play.
Brewer has to get to the 35 of Salem as that pass over the middle is incomplete. Guarded closely by Alvin Laurent.
For Brody Muncie, falls incomplete.
I think what's happening a little bit is that as Salem has learned a little bit more about Brewer, they have kind of condensed the defense and brought people up rather than anticipate the long pass because they know their linebackers in line can get some pressure on Levitt if he needs to have some time for a receiver to go deep, and Youngs is now going to punt.
So after the pass completion on the first play of the drive for the Witches, just 2 yards from there, Brewer having to punt it away. A couple of Salem Witches back deep as ball's bobbled, but then Youngs gets off a very nice punt, fielded at the 10-yard line. Curtin taking it out wide. He's got a wall of blockers in front of him, but now a flag comes in. See a Salem player over there, Javier Ramos, number 7, with the palms to the sky. That's normally a sign of guilt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's kind of a common penalty on those return plays there.
30 You got a block in the back. You have a hold too. Your hold is back further than his, right? Okay.
Referees confer.
No, he's got a hold too.
Checking
you
out
got a hold too, right?
Inside officiating here.
Oh, block in the back. All right. So we're gonna go back from him. We're probably half the distance. Yes. Where Tracy's flag is.
Down around the 16-yard line right now.
To the near side.
Holding on the return team. That penalty's declined. Illegal block in the back on the return team. That penalty's accepted. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
So from the 16 to the 8 is where Salem will begin this drive, backed up deep in their own territory.
Well, it didn't seem to bother them last time they were backed deep in their territory. That is the 4th penalty against the Salem Witches. Goes as 8 yards, but really a lot more because of where the kickoff return concluded.
Salem on top 28-6. Beginning of this one in the shadow of their own end zone. A handoff here. Taking it out wide is Espinal. Espinal gets to the corner. He's still in bounds. Chugging up the sideline. Espinal shedding Brewer tacklers, and there he goes. Nobody in front. No Brewer player within 5 yards to his back, and a long touchdown scamper for Elvis Espinal. 92-yard house call. The second Salem touchdown of 90 or more yards this afternoon.
Yeah, and Espinal has been all over the field. He kicks off, for one thing, and he's been a active defender from his linebacker slot. And here he's just too big. Watch him bounce off defenders here along the sideline.
The shoulder right there at the 20.
Gets pretty low, and then Jake Perry, the last guy with a chance, goes for the legs, as he'd want to do.
But for the wipeout, but a nice job of Espinal to step through.
Yep, and just, again, strong legs helps him do that, and then all the way to the end zone, 92 yards.
And the extra point is up and good. Slicing through the tree off the right foot of Coughlin. 35-6. Salem now leading Brewer with 7:14 remaining in the third quarter. Our coverage of Ticket TV brought to you in part by the Growing Place, helping families grow for less and polish your home and style for a fraction of retail cost. Check them out first, check them out often. Do Green. Sustainability is always trending in 548 Hammond Street in Brewer. Our coverage on Ticket TV also brought to you in part by the Coach House Restaurant, right up Wilson Street from us here at Doyle Field. For home-style cooking, homemade desserts, and an experienced, friendly staff, it's the Coach House. Takeout available, 457 Wilson Street in Brewer, and at thecoachhouserestaurant.com. Not sure you have an exact number, Ernie, but Salem has not run too many plays on offense between the second and third quarters, yet they have put, 28 of their 35 points on the board?
Jake Perry, Cooper Charette back deep to receive for Brewer.
Jake Perry, Cooper Charette back deep for the Brewer Witches to receive this kickoff.
Total is 14, but most of them came on one drive. They had a one play drive, 86 yards. With Curtin scoring, they had a two-play drive with Quinn Rocco Ryan with a 99-yard run. Then they had a longer drive to they had a possession to end the first half, and which is a pretty long drive, and a possession to start the second half, and then the 86. So
time first.
Got a flag here.
Flag on the field and an injured Brewer player, so we will take this timeout. When we come back, we'll let you know why the laundry is on the field. This is the Ken Perrone Classic on Ticket TV.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Personal foul, face mask penalty against Brewer.
Back here at Doyle Field, the flag was a face mask penalty against the Witches. So that will back them up from the 31-yard line to the 16, where Brewer begins this drive, trailing Salem 35-6. 35 unanswered points by the Salem Witches since midway through the first quarter. Ticket TV brought to you in part by Betty's Ice Cream. Looking for a sweet treat? Head to Betty's Ice Cream Shop, where they serve up homemade ice cream and creamy milkshakes along with paletas and mangonadas, conveniently located at 1012 Stillwater Avenue, right behind Town Fair Tire. Open from noon to 8:30, Monday through Sunday. Handoff right up the gut by the Witches, met immediately by Salem.
Yeah, I think that was Jacoby Freeman and the fullback again in the middle, and they're clogging up that middle now, and basically taking that away from the Brewer Witches. It'll be a short gain.
Out to the 17-yard line.
Give him one to make it 2nd and 9. 6.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Possession they didn't score on there between the second and third quarters. They had the ball, started at their own 27, got down to the Brewer 6. So that's what, 67 yards without scoring.
Levitt back to throw, going deep. The defender fell down, but Levitt just beyond his intended target. Unable to run underneath. That one was Brody Muncie.
3rd down and 9.
Corner on that side of the field for Salem, tripped and went down. I believe that was Antonio Bennett along the way.
Yeah, that was 1 yard from a touchdown.
Brewer, yeah, maybe 14 inches from an 83-yard touchdown. So that'll make it 3rd and 9. Brewer sticking with I formation. 2 receivers split to the near side of the field. Tight end in motion for the Witches as Caleb Colby goes across from right to left. Handoff up the middle. Bragg Willett cuts it inside, taking it across the 20 to about the 23-yard line.
That was Espinola the stop.
See the big shift along the line of scrimmage. The 2 down linemen shifted significantly to the right, and as it turned out, the play was directed in the opposite direction, so that allowed Bragg Willett to pick up a good chunk of yardage on that play. About, 7 to the 24?
Yeah, it made it close 4th and 2, but Brewer showing punt formation. Stephen Young's back again. He's had a couple nice kicks today.
Yeah, he has. He's been beneficiary of a couple good bounces. The ball is taking a Brewer bounce on a couple of punts. Here, we'll see what happens. Here's a short one.
Young sending this one towards the sideline. That angles out at the 43-yard line of Brewer. Salem with excellent starting field position and a short field to work with.
He took care of that.
Yeah, that's the announcer's jinx if you've ever seen one.
Yeah, 19 yards on the punt, and good field position here for the Salem Witches.
Ticket TV brought to you in part by Tossie's Checkout Convenience Store. Groceries, gas, and great food to go. Tossie's Checkout, 1492 Push R Road in Glenburn. While you're out that way, check out Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company. For the best in landscaping materials, and landscaping equipment, it's Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company at 6 Wilson Way in Glenburn and glenburnlandscape.com. Vernal still in the game at quarterback. A handoff here to Rocco Ryan. Ryan gets to the edge. He's got a first down. Tough to bring down. Finally, Brewer with a couple of witches dragging him down at the 25-yard line and one slow to get off the turf. Injury timeout on the field.
And Brendan Rivera in on the stop.
There's a warm day. I think it's Caleb Colby.
Yeah, picking himself up.
That was 18 yards on that play for Quinn Rocco Ryan.
Colby's got to come off as play was stopped for him.
Yeah, he's limping a little bit as well.
Kevin Carpenter making his way into the contest for Brewer.
I have to wonder how the heat is a factor. It's very comfortable up here. We're shaded in the press box, but out there it's probably pushing 80 degrees now.
Yeah, heat wave coming through central Maine, 80 today. It's going to carry, into 84 by midweek or so?
Yes. Yeah, don't put your air conditioners away, folks.
Shotgun snap to Bernal and a hand on a sweep play. Met in the backfield initially is Ryan and tripped up. Tackle made by Morgan Judkins.
You see what kind of defensive play you have to make to stop Quinn Rocco Ryan.
Grab him by the shoelaces.
Yeah, they had 3 players out there as they had him running east and west rather than north and south. And key there was they didn't allow him to turn north and held him to no gain.
Espinal to Bernal's left. 2nd and 10 from the 25-yard line of Brewer. They fake it this time to Ryan. A hand to Espinal right up the gut. Met by 2 Brewer defenders, but falling forward for the first down. Hard running that time by Elvis Espinal.
Yeah, counter play there with the fake handoff to Ryan. It's sure to draw some defensive attention and enables Espinal to go up the middle and pick up 11 yards for another first down. He's over 100 yards on just 2 carries.
We've dipped inside of 4 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Salem looking for another score. Bernal with a pitch. Here's Ryan to the edge. He cuts it upfield. Dragged down at the 5 or 6 yard line, let's call it, after a gain of 8.
Muncie with a nice job of making a tackle there. Muncie, a junior. That's a hard tackle, knowing that Ryan, as talented as he is at 6'3" and 195 to boot, not an easy person to get down by yourself.
Under center is Bernal with 3 backs behind him. A give to Ryan. Ryan trying to knife his way to the edge. Back up the middle, down to the 2. First down for Salem. So they've got 4 tries to get 6 feet.
If they punch this in, this may be all we see of Rocco Ryan.
He has made his impact on today's game and then some, looking for what would be his 4th touchdown of the afternoon. They pitch it to him. Brewer meets him on the edge. A stiff arm out of bounds at the 6 with a loss of 4. And then a late flag comes in as a Brewer player tumbles to the sideline. Let's see who this flag is against.
Cooper Charette with a defensive play against Ryan. Lost some yardage on that play. Back to the 5.
And they're backing this up.
Let's see what the call is here from Tim Kenny. Dead ball foul after the play. Personal foul on Salem.
Personal foul on Salem. Backs the Witches up 15 yards.
Ball's out to about the 20 now.
Yeah, second and goal, but at the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Second and goal.
5 penalties now on Salem, 3 of the 15-yard variety.
From 4 tries at 6 feet to 3 tries at 60. Bernal in the shotgun, Espinal to his right. Bernal dropping back, pressure off the edge. He gets the pass away, but hit as he throws it.
Pass is incomplete.
Nice job by the Brewer Witches on the edge pressure.
I think that was Muncie.
That was
blitz.
Coming in untouched off the right side of off of Bernal's right side of the line. Third and goal now from the 20-yard line with 2:36 remaining in this third quarter. Snap to Bernal, looking over the middle, pass too tall for the intended receiver. He was looking for an 85, which I'm not seeing on here.
Well, let's see.
We got an 83, Tyrone Manifield, listed as a tight end. There we go, Marcus Carasquillo, told by Bob Beetham, look a little further up the roster. 85, who sometimes goes by 54. So 4th and goal on the 20 now. And a timeout on the field as Salem wants to talk things over. How exactly they approach this 4th and 20 to go.
Yeah, they're certainly not playing like it's 35-6. You play, execute. Especially early in the season. Again, both teams just with one game here, and for Salem, coming off a loss to Danvers, Massachusetts last week, 24-14. You want to get into the winning mindset, and certainly that's the case here. But 4th and 20, what would that be? That would be like a 37-yard field goal. I would hazard to guess Coughlin would have a chance at making one of those in a given situation, but I think they're probably just going to go for it. Otherwise, they wouldn't be talking about it like they are.
Salem makes their way back onto the field. Ticket TV coverage brought to you in part by Rise Co-working and Collaboration. Are you looking for the perfect meeting space? Look no further. Rise is your go-to destination for business gatherings. Rise Co-working and Collaboration, where business meets convenience, just off I-395 in Bangor. Bernal drops back, rolls out to his left, throws a screen back the other way to Espinal. Espinal dips inside the first Brewer defender, around a second, brought down at the 10-yard line, well short of the end zone. A 4th down stand by the Brewer Witches. Second time they've done that this afternoon.
That was a good play by Brody Muncie, again, of staying over, not biting into the fact that everything was looking in the other direction there. He is getting hands on Espinal. While he wasn't able to make the tackle, he was able to slow him up to the point where the Witches could pursue and get back to Espinal before he got to the end zone.
So Brewer takes over with 2:18, now down to 2:17 on the clock. 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line.
Gain of 10 on the play, but they needed 20 for the touchdown.
Our coverage brought to you in part by Knowlton Automotive, a full-service preventative maintenance and auto repair center, family-owned and operated. Knowlton Automotive provides guaranteed service at a fair price. $32.97 Broadway in Canduskeg or at knowltonauto.com. It's actually knowltonautomotive.net as Brewer hands it off up the middle for a short gain on 1st down.
Jackson Bragg will let the ball carrier. Number 88, Finn Coughlin on the tackle.
Bragg will let for a couple.
In a 3 on the play, 2nd and 7 at the 13.
$16 carries now for Bragg Willett. Workhorse out of the backfield.
Jake Perry, Brandon Rivera, a couple of receivers checking into the game for Brewer. Keep wanting to say the Witches, Ernie, and every time I have to remind myself that doesn't explain anything to the people watching.
I'm sure I've done that a few times. Try to stick in the town name.
Congestion at the line of scrimmage and going nowhere is Brewer on 2nd down.
Yeah, there's the fullback, Jacoby Freeman.
Not much room to operate there.
No gain on the play, 3rd and 8 at the 12.
Praise Auto Sales. You can check out the impressive inventory and weekly specials. Find Praise at 1722 Broadway in Bangor or praiseautosales.com. 3rd and 8 here for Brewer, inside of 60 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Offset I in the backfield for the Witches. Levitt drops back under pressure, tucks it down, now throws it deep. He's got a man down there. But tripping was Brandon Rivera as he was at first looking over his right shoulder, had to adjust and try to spin back to his left with the ball tailing away from his route.
Yeah, had 2 defenders in the neighborhood back in the secondary, but Levitt was trying to avoid a sack in the backfield there and was pressured into throwing and couldn't be as accurate as quite as accurate as he wanted to be.
Punt formation for Brewer. Stephen Young's back at the edge of the Brewer end zone.
Michael Curtin and Quinn Rocco Ryan back deep to receive.
Quinn Rocco Ryan and Michael Curtin standing at the 44 and 43 yard line, and it's going to back it up. Actually, give Brewer a few yards with the offsides call.
Offsides on the right end for Salem.
Defense, 88. 5 yards.
That's Coughlin, the place kicker, that's in that defensive end on special teams. And
guilty party on that call.
Yeah.
From 4th and 8 to 4th and 3, the Witches still going with punt formation.
4th down and 3.
Punt returners back up to the 45 and just beyond the 45 now. Young's kick heading in the direction of Ryan. He fields it at the 43. And a return inside the 40, tripped up at the 36. 1st and 10 for Salem. With 33 seconds remaining in the third quarter as they take over on the 33-yard line.
Yeah, that's a nice job there on special teams by Brody Muncie, making the one-on-one tackle against Quinn Rocco Ryan there to limit him to about 6-7 yards on the return.
Yeah, actually back to the 36 here where Salem begins this drive. 35 unanswered points in the ball game from Salem.
1st and 10 for Salem at the 36.
Bernal with a back to either side of him. He gives to Ryan, tries to, looked like some confusion there. Ryan did not appear ready for that handoff, but Bernal able to dive back on top of the loose ball in the backfield for a short loss.
Yeah, let's watch this here. Here goes Ryan.
Loss of 2.
I don't know that he was ready to accept the handoff there. And
no, didn't look like he knew it was coming his way. And
Bernal did a nice job to pounce back on it.
After that play, Salem content with taking the 29-point lead to the fourth quarter. We are through 3 at this Ken Perone Classic. Battle for the Cauldron Cup between Brewer and Salem. And it's the Salem Witches leading the Brewer Witches after 3, 35-6. You're watching high school football on Ticket TV.
High school sports on Ticket TV is presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street, Bangor, and Wilson Street in Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales. Nothing runs like a deer in Bangor and Ellsworth. Next Home Experience. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. Casella. Giving resources new life. Firehouse Subs. 920 Stillwater Avenue in Bangor. Levesque Business Solutions. Your one-stop source for office equipment and furniture. Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center. The official sports grill of Ticket TV. Varney Mazda, located at 260 Hogan Road in Bangor. Hidden Meadows Golf Course, where golf is for everyone. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. And by Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's best driver's ed for 55 years.
He got close. See if they give him the...
We're back here at Doyle Field. First play of the fourth quarter was a pass completion for the Salem Witches. Curtin on the receiving end brought down just shy of the sticks. Gain of 11 sets up a 3rd and 1. Salem at the Brewer 27-yard line. Fake it to Ryan, a give to Espinal, met by a couple of Witches, make it 3 at the 25-yard line, but he's got enough for the first. Move the chains for Salem. 11 and a half minutes remaining in the ball game.
That play went for a lot more early in the game, so that's a good job by Brewer to stop that counter play after the fake handoff to Quinn Rocco Ryan.
Bernal looking at the sideline for instructions. A lot of hand signals coming from over there. The senior has the play.
They go long distance on the signals, where in Maine a lot of times the quarterback runs over to the bench.
Bernal rolls out to his left. He's looking deep, throwing it up for Ryan. No, instead it's Curtin. And Michael Curtin comes down with the touchdown. A 25-yard strike for Andreas Bernal. And it's another touchdown for the Salem Witches, who now lead this game 41-6.
Again, multiple receivers in the area. Almost like he looks off one. In that case, Quinn Rocco Ryan, who had 2 defenders on him.
And you can see the safety help right there.
But it was to Rocco Ryan.
That look to Ryan brought the safety over, double team on him, and it left Curtin wide open in the back of the end zone.
Earlier they had Rocco Ryan for a lateral earlier in this drive, and they went to Curtin in the flat. Same kind of situation.
Kick is up and good. Coughlin now 6 for 6 on, no, 7 for 7. I was right the first time on extra point attempts. And Salem leads Brewer 42-6 with 10:52 remaining in the fourth quarter.
So we probably will be on running time here after the kickoff. The margin is 36 points.
35 is what it needs to be here in Maine high school football in the second half of contests to get to that running time. Ticket TV brought to you in part by Urban Pizza, now open at 329 Main Street in Bangor. Carryouts available from 11 a.m. daily. Order online at urbanpizzapie.com. And don't forget to stock up on your favorite sweets from Sweet Cheeks Bakery before or after the game. They're open 24 hours a day at 113 Main Road in Holden. Our coverage also brought to you in part by Auto Radiator Services, serving the greater Bangor area for over 50 years. For general maintenance, repairs, and specialty services like remote car starters, call 942-4554 or stop by at 568 Hammond Street in Bangor.
Second touchdown pass of the game for Bernal. Andreas Bernal, senior quarterback, who is now 10 of 15 for 194 yards.
Perry from the 21.
Perry picks it up at the 21, taking it up the middle to about the 34-yard line.
Number 12, Antonio Bennett on the stop.
That's where Brewer will begin this drive. And it is indeed running clock here at Doyle Field.
34.
Kick return out to the 34-yard line.
Tips.
Brewer will start 1st and 10.
Turnovers? Oh, timeouts, excuse me. Injuries. Points. Injuries is the I.
Penalty.
P is
Bob Beetham tells us penalties. He nods in agreement.
And score?
Yep.
That could be spit, you know. It doesn't have to be tips.
Down to about 10 minutes remaining here. Levitt takes the snap and shotgun, rolls to his right. Gave a pump fake, didn't find anything downfield, so he tucks it under. Goes to run, bouncing off a tackler's hard running there from the Brewer quarterback. And a gain of about 8 out across the 40.
Yeah, good coverage in the secondary by Salem and forced
Matthew Rosa on the stop.
Levitt to go into survival mode, and it wound up working out pretty well for the Brewer quarterback.
Number 9, out to the 43, 2nd and 1.
Gave him 9 on the play, so 2nd and 1.
He's only been sacked once in the ball game. Just 1 sack for either team in the ball game.
I formation here for Brewer. Give to the fullback up the gut, and forward progress will give him the first down.
Gonna get the first down before he got turned to his left.
Move the chains for Brewer.
2-yard gain on 2nd and 1.
Streets Landscape is Maine's home for landscaping, site work, paving, and line striping. For over 24 years, Streets has been providing both commercial and residential services in the greater Bangor area. Streets Landscape, they take care of your property like it was their own. Call 827-1980.
Good job by the crowd here today. Most of them hung in here through 4 quarters as Salem has taken control.
Yeah, big crowd today surrounding Doyle Field. A lot of tailgating going on, too, in front of the Brewer Auditorium. Hand on the sweep play, and dragged down behind the line of scrimmage is Jake Perry.
Yeah, good pursuit by Finn Coughlin, the defensive end on the near side of the field there. He just never let Perry get outside of him. Forced Perry to turn up, and then there was plenty of help defensively to make the stop. Going to go for a loss of 1.
Brewer huddles up with 8 minutes remaining. The Henry's Bridal Boutique is locally owned and operated and has been since 1999. Proud to be Bangor's longest-standing bridal shop. Find them at 31 Washington Street in Bangor or online at thehenrysbridal.com. Levitt in shotgun. Motion man, fake to him. Levitt keeps it up the middle for a short gain. Ball came out at the end, but Levitt marked down before that.
Levitt's had some success with that type of play, the inside handoff and then straight up the middle with the run. Had a 17-yard gain in the first quarter and a 9-yard gain recently on the last possession for the Witches, and that time he picked up about 4.
3rd and 7 from their own 48-yard line. Brewer has to get to the Salem 45 for a first down. Levitt brings a man in motion, a hand to him. Charette tries to get outside. He does, to the corner, and a first down before being dragged down beyond the sticks.
Charette the ball carrier. Antonio Butler on the tackle.
Yeah, that was a good, interesting handoff. As we're going to have a flag on this play. Charette gets it, but good deception by Levitt there, and then breaks a tackle around the corner, gets a good block there. But
holding, number 3 of the offense, 10-yard penalty.
Perry called for the hold. So that flag was dropped right around the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, about where he turned the corner after taking the handoff and going on the sweep there.
So the officials walk it back to the Brewer 38-yard line.
3rd down and 17.
We've seen this in a couple games we've already done on Ticket TV this year, though. You know, when you're playing an opponent that's explosive, you just can't make mistakes. And every one comes back to bite you. Like that was a first down run, and all of a sudden it's 3rd and 17.
3rd and 17 from inside their own 40. Snap here to Levitt, running an option look near side. Hard running after getting that pitch from Freeman. He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
Number 27, Jacoby Freeman, the ball carrier.
Freeman looks like he's
still down,
cramping up and getting a little help from some Sailor defenders that brought him to the ground.
Yeah, we talked about the heat there. And it's, this looks a definite cramp as the
Antonio Bennett was serving the role of team trainer there before Pat Healy made his way onto the field.
Well, whatever they did worked because Freeman popped right back up and
got the Charlie horse out of there.
Yep.
Play goes for a gain of 4 out to the 42.
4th and 13 here for Brewer from the 42-yard line, which is showing punt formation. Ticket TV brought to you in part by Varney Chevrolet. Their great staff will help you find the car, truck, or SUV you've been looking for. Find new roads at Varney Chevrolet, 384 Somerset Avenue, just off exit 150 in Pittsfield, and at varneychevrolet.com. It's Young standing back around the 28-yard line. Young's with the kick off the laces, fielded short by Salem, and then just dropping to the ground after bringing the ball into his control. That was Jaden Peterson. Sophomore wide receiver and defensive back.
16, Jaden Peterson.
Yeah, it looks like we may have a second unit offensively in here now for
At the 40-yard
Salem.
line, where Salem will start 1st and 10.
New host of players in there for Salem. They'll begin this drive at the 40-yard line. See exactly who the quarterback is in a congested backfield.
Yeah.
Thinking
number 13
that's who I'm looking at.
Yeah,
Although he's listed as a wide receiver, Jake Lister.
Let's see here.
But he...
Oh, yeah, it's hard to... he is
He's the guy taking the snap in the middle.
13 is Matt... No.
Jake Lister, the new QB in there for Salem. Hand here, coming to the near side. Run by Javian Ramos.
So Bernal, 10 of 15 passing for 194 yards. A pretty good day for him. A couple of touchdowns as well.
8 of 9 out to the 49. Second
Quinn Rocco Ryan, 11 carries for 168 yards, rushing with a couple of touchdowns, and he also caught a touchdown pass, 36 yards.
4 minutes remaining here at Doyle Field. Salem in front of Brewer, 42-6, with possession of the ball. Hand to number 0 this time. Laurent heading for the edge. He gets there, turning on the Jets in the secondary, splitting Brewer defenders, getting past that last dive and taking it all the way to the house. A 51-yard touchdown run for Alvin Laurent.
51 yards, touchdown Salem.
5'9", 145 pound, listed as a wide receiver and defensive back, a junior, but speed works pretty much everywhere on the field. And
yes, it does.
He got through the line quickly, and then he was racing past the secondary for the touchdown, the 7th touchdown of the day for the Salem Witches.
Conclusion of this game, we'll be having a presentation on the field of the Cauldron Cup.
Going to have somebody else kicking, I think, unless they go for 2 here. Let's see. Looks like that's what they're going to do.
Yep, keeping the offense out there is Salem. Trying to get to the half-century mark today at Doyle. Lister with a couple of backs to his side. Hand here, up the middle and into the end zone. That's Javian Ramos with a successful 2-point conversion. And Salem does get to 50 with 3:38 remaining in the ball game. Salem 50, Brewer 6. Ticket TV coverage brought to you in part by Mainly Audio. Is your car still living in the 90s? Upgrade to Apple CarPlay and Android Audio with Mainly Audio. Visit them at 191 Beachland Road in Ellsworth or call 667-9777 because your car deserves a smart upgrade. Coverage also brought to you in part by Union Street Towing for over 40 years. Union Street Towing has been serving the greater Bangor area. They feature tow trucks, flatbed towing, recovery services, and roadside services such as lockouts and jump starts. Fully licensed and insured. It's Union Street Towing, 942-4200.
You have to appreciate the athleticism of some of these kids from Salem, though. I mean, we just don't see a lot of. You see people, like Thornton Academy has some, for instance, but they've got multiple players out there capable of making big plays, and we've seen it here today. And there's a kid coming off the bench, and he just shows sprinter speed once he gets into the open, and he's gone. Good blocking up front from the offensive line, keeps the defenders off him, and gives him a chance to work in the open spaces like they have done for Rocco Ryan and Bernal and even Elvis Espinal, the fullback.
Elvis Espinal.
Espinal ready to do some kicking here.
Jake Perry and number 10, Cooper Charette.
Perry and Charette back deep for Brewer, standing at the 20-yard line. Espinal with a line drive kick, taken in at the 38-yard line and then getting tripped by his own teammate. Michael Giggy on the return.
Tripped up by number 53, Jacob Riley.
Brewer will begin the drive at their own 45-yard line with the clock running as we approach 3 minutes remaining in the contest.
Brewer will start first
Ticket
and
TV.
10 at their own
High school football
45.
coverage brought to you by Sweet Frog. Your touchdown treat this high school football season at 878 Sweet B, Stillwater Avenue in Bangor. Sweet Frog, where their secret ingredient is fun. Inside of 3 minutes remaining as Brewer begins this drive. Levitt, a hand to the up man. Dragon tacklers for a nice gain.
22.
Ball
Michael
carried
Giggy.
by number 22,
Giggy, the
Michael Giggy.
Brewer Witch that just returned that kick, getting a carry this
Number
afternoon.
52, Adam Tiburcio on the stop. Gain of 7 on the play. Down to the Salem 48-yard line. Second down
Giggy
and
taking it
3.
across midfield and into Salem territory. Levitt turns and gives to Bragg Willett, trying to get to the edge and tripped up at the line of scrimmage.
Jackson Bragg will let the ball carrier.
It'll be a first down for the Witches at the
Jake Lister on the tackle.
45.
So we did get beyond the line. Don't
Gain
listen to
of
me.
3 down to the 45, first down Brewer.
I seem like I'm just noticing the officials this year a little bit better at kind of following that, what they do in the NFL, for instance, when the side judge sees that it's going to be, he's motioning the people to move. He's determining the first down pretty quickly there.
Here's a look at the upcoming schedule for the Salem Witches. They lost 24-14 to open the season against Danvers.
Yeah.
Now they take on Greater Lawrence Tech next Friday before a trip to Gloucester at the beginning of October, followed by a trip to Saugus, and then a home contest against
Jackson
Kipple.
Bragg will let the ball carrier.
Bragg Willett, a nice run around the edge for the Witches. Here's what Brewer has coming up. After a season-opening loss at Mount Blue, they're at Madomic next Friday night. Another tough one for the Witches before they come home to host MCI at the beginning of October. Then Brewer hosts Herman, game on Ticket TV on the 11th, before making a trip to Hamden on the 18th.
Not a lot of easy games there. Madomic is a solid team. MCI picked up its first win last night over Old Town. Herman won its opener and then lost in overtime by 1 point to Class B Messalonsky. And Hamden Academy is off to a 2-0 start. So Class C, not an easy run of it.
Final 45 seconds here. Brewer with the ball on the 35. A give to Giggy up the middle. Giggy backing his way down to about the 31. Let's see if the Witches try to run one more play. Half a minute remaining.
Michael Giggy, the ball carrier. Jacob Riley.
Call comes in with about 20 remaining on the game clock.
You're lucky the wind's blowing the other way now because earlier it was blowing out.
I know, it's taking all your papers out the
lost
window.
it twice and Jim lost his once.
Final play of the game here if the Witches snap the ball with 5 seconds remaining. Levitt has it. He hands to Bragg Willett, who fumbles it and then falls on the ball as the final whistle sounds. Brewer scored the game's first touchdown before Salem scored 50 unanswered points, and they take the second Ken Perone Classic, the battle for the Cauldron Cup, today at Doyle Field by a final of 50-6. The Witches take down the Witches, Salem over Brewer. Don't go anywhere. The post-game show is coming your way next. This is high school football on Ticket TV.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And nobody knows better than our loyal customers. Since 1994, our family has proudly sold and serviced John Deere products. Our customers know that quality and reliability set John Deere apart.
And right now at Greenway, take advantage of this offer.
Get 0% APR fixed rate financing for 60 months on a John Deere compact utility tractor with a 6-year powertrain warranty.
For more offers, go to greenwayequipment.com.
See the Smith Brothers today at Greenway Equipment Sales, Ellsworth, and Bangor.
Ambition is desire. Ambition is spirit. Ambition is drive. Find your ambition right here at Coldbrook Mitsubishi in Skowhegan. There's a reason we're the #1 Mitsubishi volume dealer in the state. We've got the selection. We've got rates as low as 0%, and nobody will pay you more for your trade. Find your ambition Drive your ambition. Only at Coldbrook Mitsubishi, Madison Avenue, Skowhegan. Start here at coldbrookmitsubishi.com.
Get looped, get sold with Next Home Experience.
You've lived quite a life. Now it's time to live it up. We're here to help you enjoy all you've earned. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
At Midcoast Century Design, we truly understand the importance of offering an affordable treatment plan that always considers your needs first. We create beautiful new full and partial dentures, as well as offering repairs and relines to your current dentures. We want your denture to fit comfortably, be affordable, and most of all, make you happy.
At Midcoast Denture Design, your smile is what matters most. In fact, it's our job to make sure you have a smile you can be proud of at a price you can afford.
Call Midcoast Denture Design,
because everyone deserves to have an awesome smile.
To my first Mazda, thanks for always being there for me. Watch after your next owner, as you have me.
Find your Mazda today at Varney Mazda in Bangor.
With a great backyard comes great responsibility. From the keeper of the flame to the referee of the greatest game ever played, lifelong memories start here at Glenburn Landscape and Supply. Residential and commercial projects are a breeze with our premium mulch, stone, and topsoil products. And maintain your backyard in style with the industry's leading lawn care products and equipment. Built to work and built to last. With rugged durability and superior performance, these tools were built for you. Glenburn Landscape and Supply, where great backyards begin.
Welcome back to Doyle Field. You can see a shot of the Salem Witches celebrating with the Cauldron Cup. They brought it up I-95 to Bangor with them, and they'll be taking it back to Salem after a 50-6 victory over the Brewer Witches today in the second Ken Perone Classic here at Doyle Field. The Brewer Witches jumped out to an early 6-0 lead in the first quarter, and from that point on, it was all Salem the rest of the way. Mark Paulette alongside Ernie Clark as we welcome you into the postgame show here on Ticket TV. It is the McDonald's postgame show, brought to you by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor, as well as Wilson Street in Brewer. They're hiring for early mornings and late nights. Start at 17 and up. Search for these locations at jobs.mchire.com. Ernie, let's bring you those next home experience highlights. A lot of witches to be featured in this.
Yes, very well. And actually, Brewer was probably the first one to be highlighted here, as they had jumped out to the 6-0 lead. The game opening drive. And there is Jackson Bragg-Willett running to his left to get inside the 10-yard line. 13-yard gain on the play to the 9. And the same play, other side of the field, and watch him cut outside and go untouched into the end zone. And the Witches from Brewer on top 6-0. Here's a pass in the flat to Michael Curtin for a gain. Here's Bernal passing deep to number 11, who is Oscar Fernandez. An extra point there for the Salem Witches. Here's Brewer. That's a 17-yard gain on one of those quarterback draws by Ethan Levitt. Here comes Michael Curtin around the corner, and he's going to get past the last defender, and he's gone. And that is good for 86 yards. That's early in the second quarter. They add the extra point there. Now here's going to be a turnover by Salem as the ball gets loose, and Muncie for Brewer, Brody Muncie, who had a big game. He really did play a strong game, special teams, but particularly on defense for the Brewer Witches. Pass outside for Curtin is incomplete. Here comes the rollout by Bernal, and he's going to get tracked down by Stephen Youngs, and that's ended a drive, another threat. Ball off the hands of Brody to Quinn Rocco Ryan for completion. And there's Rocco Ryan getting into the end zone there.
This was a nifty run up the sidelines.
This is the fullback, Espinal, who just lowered his body, lowered his shoulder, and was able to ward off a couple of tackles along the sideline. And he went for a big touchdown run as well. That was 92 yards. And here's a touchdown pass here from Bernal to Curtin in the end zone. That was a final touchdown of the day, 25-yarder for the Salem Witches. And actually it wasn't the final touchdown. Here was reserves were in, and Alvin Laurent sprints his way to the end zone from 51 yards out. And there is the extra point run, the 2-point conversion by number 7, Javier Ramos, to close out the scoring. Final score once again, Salem, Massachusetts 50 and the Brewer Witches 6.
Those highlights brought to you by Next Home Experience. For the third straight year, Next Home is the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. All right, Ernie, let's first bring you the play of the game. And quite literally, you cannot have a longer touchdown run than what you're going to see right here on the screen.
Not on a play from scrimmage, only like a punt or kickoff return from the end zone. But here is Quinn Rocco Ryan. We heard a lot about him in preparing for this game, and we saw why today. This one here, 99-plus yards. It was the punt that Brewer kicked was downed inside the 1, about a foot away from the goal line, and that's where Salem started that drive. And after I believe it was a passing completion on the first play.
Yep.
Second play, he took it all the way, 99. He only gets credit for 99. He doesn't get credit for 100. But, yeah, I'm just showing off. He had 168 and 80. 168 yards rushing, 80 receiving, 268 total yards today.
Not a bad day.
On 15 possessions.
4 touchdowns to go with it. Quinn Rocco Ryan turned in the play of the game. That's brought to you by McDonald's, your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor, as well as Wilson Street in Brewer. And that same Quinn Rocco Ryan, he's our player of the game because, Ernie, read those numbers once again.
Yeah, again, 11 rushes for 168 yards, 4 pass receptions for 80 yards, 4 touchdowns. Is it 4 or 3? I can't remember now. I've got, I think it's 3 because Curtin had a touchdown. That's 4. And Alvin Laurent had a touchdown. That's 5. And Espinal had a touchdown. That's 6. And actually Curtin had 2 touchdowns because he had 1 receiving and 1 rushing. So that's 7 touchdowns, and they scored 50. So that's 6 extra point kicks and 1 2-point conversion at the end.
Yep.
So 3 touchdowns for
still a hat trick for Ryan.
Still a hat trick, and again 15 possessions, 11 rushes, 4 pass receptions, 268 yards.
15 touches for 268 and 3 for our player of the game, Quinn Rocco Ryan, the senior prospect, college football prospect. We heard a lot about him, like you said. Matthew Cunha, our director, Max Pottle, I got here, where they were talking him up.
Yeah.
Coming into the game saying, this player spotlight for Salem, he's not just a player spotlight, he's a D1 spotlight.
Is that what they said?
Yeah.
I picked him independent of that just based on what I read about him. He's also a very talented outfielder in baseball and being considered a D1 prospect in that sport as well. But you can see, it just they had a certain number of playmakers, and they also had a good line, and a very good line. And the playmakers made plays, and there was just not a lot Brewer could do about that. But they battled to the end. They got off to a good start, which I think made everybody here happy, because I don't know what the expectations were coming into the game. And while the score of the game didn't wind up the way that they wanted, you had to be impressed with what Salem brought to the table here.
No doubt.
But Brewer kept fighting, got that touchdown, hung into the second half when it finally got away from them a little bit. But no shame in that, certainly, for the Witches. It does count against their record. They're now 0-2 on the season. And then, what'd you say, Madomic Valley down on the mid-coast next week.
Yep.
So another tough test as the Witches seek to get their first victory.
Player of the game presented by Firehouse Subs. For a limited time, try the new Firehouse Captain's Club oven roasted chicken covered in melted pepper jack cheese, crushed red pepper flakes, crispy bacon, shredded lettuce, tomato, and onion on a toasted sub roll with the spicy Firehouse Hero sauce. Only at Firehouse Subs, 920 Stillwater Avenue in Bangor. Our coverage on Ticket TV also presented by Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. It's Levesque Business Solutions. Call 942-2226. And we're presented by Casella. Good pay, good people, good life. Find your place at powerofhardwork.com. Take a final time out in the McDonald's post-game show, and when we come back, put the finishing touches on this broadcast, the second Ken Perrone Classic. Salem victorious over Brewer 50-6.
Largest network of parts just got a little bigger. Coastal Auto Parts, newest location in Bangor, has all your automotive needs to get you to the moments that matter most. Whether you're a professional mechanic or just need a little help, find everything you need all under one roof. Our knowledgeable staff is here to assist you with friendly service and expert advice right here at 200 Sylvan Road, just off I-95. Drive in, stock up, and hit the road with confidence. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that...
The process at Fairway Auto Sales when you buy a car should be easy. There's no games, and people appreciate that when they're buying a vehicle.
I've purchased 6 vehicles through Tony's Fairway Auto. I have a business where we transport a lot of elderly. I can go to Tony or text Tony or Nicole and let them know what I'm looking for, and he'll find it and get right back to me.
We like to say, come buy your vehicle to Fairway. It's more than just a tagline. It's the way we do business.
Your local professional, eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
With UMaine Online, it's easier than ever to be a Black Bear from anywhere. The University of Maine offers over 50 high-quality online master's degree and graduate-level certificate programs in business, data science, education, engineering, and more. You'll get access to world-class faculty and a low student-to-faculty ratio at an affordable tuition rate at Maine's only R1 top-tier research university. Registration is now open. Learn more and apply at online.umaine.edu.
We're back at Doyle Field, putting the finishing touches on this broadcast of the Ken Perrone Classic. Salem, Massachusetts, bringing the Cauldron Cup back to Mass with them after a 50-6 win over Brewer this afternoon on Ticket TV. Our coverage presented by Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealer celebrating 30 years in business. See the Smith Brothers in Bangor and Ellsworth because nothing runs like a Deere. We're also presented by Varney Mazda. They offer an extensive new and pre-owned Varney Mazda inventory as well as competitive Mazda lease specials, finance options, and expert Mazda auto service. Varney Mazda, 260 Hogan Road in Bangor, and VarneyMazda.com. Ernie, you got some final numbers on this one?
Sure do. Final score once again, Salem, Massachusetts 50 and Brewer, Maine 6 for Salem. They rushed for 448 yards on the day, led by Quinn Rocco Ryan. 11 carries for 168 yards. Elvis Espinal, 3 carries, 105. Michael Curtin, 2 carries for 88. And Alvin Laurent, 1 for 51 in a touchdown.
Pretty good averages there.
Yes, to lead the way. Andreas Bernal, 10 of 15 passing for 194 yards, and that was led, he threw to 5 different receivers. Leading the way in that was Ryan with 4 catches for 80 yards, and Curtin had 3 catches for 52 yards to lead the way. That was 194 yards passing on 10 of 15 for Bernal. Total offense, 642 yards for Salem.
Our coverage presented by Hidden Meadows Golf Course, featuring the Par Bar and Bogey Grill, a 300-yard driving range, a fully stocked pro shop, and a 9-hole course that fits your game regardless of skill level. It's Hidden Meadows Golf, where golf is for everyone. So that was the story on Salem. What about Brewer?
For Brewer, they rushed 39 times for 126 yards, leading the way Jackson Bragg-Willette with 19 carries for 56 yards and the Witches' lone touchdown on a 9-yard run. 30 yards for Jacoby Freeman on 9 carries. Those two lead the way. Ethan Levitt, 7 carries for 29 yards, and Brewer passing Levitt 4 of 9 for 52 yards. Brewer's total yardage, 178.
That game recap brought to you by Novus Auto Glass. Ticket TV is presented by Northeast Driving School. They've been the leader in driver training since 1969. Register for driver's ed courses today at Greater Bangor's #1 driving school. Go to northeastdrivingschool.com to select your course. And we're presented by Dean's Detailing. For over 5 decades, Dean's has been Maine's auto detailing leader. Renew your vehicle's appearance, protect your auto investment, feel good and look good in a clean, shiny car. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. Let's take one final look at the upcoming broadcast schedule next week on Ticket TV. It's a busy one, our busiest of the fall, and it begins on Monday, Ernie.
Yes, Monday, girls soccer at Hedrick Field. First soccer game we have seen on the new artificial turf surface behind Brewer High School. That's a Bangor Brewer game on the girls' side, the rivalry game at 7 o'clock on Monday evening. And the next night, we head over to the artificial turf at Cameron Stadium in Bangor as the Witches and the Rams square on the boys' side. Wednesday, we're off. Thursday, we've got a doubleheader with John Babs in Bangor over at Cameron Stadium. The boys at 4, girls at 4, and the boys at 6. And then Friday night football, Lewiston Blue Devils at Bangor. That's a big Class A game for both those teams in terms of trying to qualify for that top 4 in Class A North. Bangor 0-2, Lewiston, I believe, 1-1, maybe 2-0. September 20th at 7 o'clock as well, and I believe we may have another soccer doubleheader on Saturday.
I think we do, yes.
Caribou at
Herman,
Thank
right?
you. I think so. Yes, and so busy game. That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in 5 or 6 days. So that'll be busy. We had a busy week this week, a busy week next week, and before you know it, we'll be
indoors.
Indoors, yeah. We'll at least be into October, and the seasons wind down. Love being outside right now as much as we can. Just glorious days for the most part, and it looks like it's going to be that way for those games next week as well.
Yeah, some are still hanging around for a while in eastern and central Maine. All right, the only thing now to do is give credit to our Ticket TV crew today at Brewer. Max Pottle directing and producing everything and whipped up the graphics. Isaiah Kennel, Matt Cunha was here for a while before heading over to the studios to produce Maine football. Peter Paulette as well on the cameras. Jim Churchill called the first half of this contest for Jim and Ernie. I'm Mark Paulette saying so long from the second Ken Perrone Classic, the battle for the Cauldron Cup. The Salem Witches victorious this afternoon at Doyle Field over Brewer by a final score of 50-6. This has been high school football on Ticket TV.
Sometimes life is a cluttered mess, but your car doesn't have to be. At Dean's Detailing, we have a variety of packages that will make your car look new again. Change your outlook. Book your appointment now at deansdetailing.com.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com. Heroes.com.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
Get looped, get sold with Next Home Experience.
To my first Mazda, thanks for always being there for me. Watch after your next owner, as you have me.
Find your Mazda today at Varney Mazda in Bangor.
With a great backyard comes great responsibility. From the keeper of the flame to the referee of the greatest game ever played, lifelong memories start here at Glenburn Landscape and Supply. Residential and commercial projects are a breeze with our premium mulch, stone, and topsoil products. And maintain your backyard in style with the industry's leading lawn care products and equipment. Built to work and built to last. With rugged durability and superior performance, these tools were built for you. Glenburn Landscape and Supply, where great backyards begin.
High school sports on Ticket TV has been brought to you by your local McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor and Wilson Street in Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales. Next Home Experience. Casella. Firehouse Subs. Levesque Business Solutions. Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center. Varney Mazda. Hidden Meadows Golf Course. Dean's Detailing. Northeast Driving School. Acadia Federal Credit Union. Uno Pizzeria and Grill. Colebrook Mitsubishi. North Star Waste and Recycling. Loring Job Corps. Praise Auto Sales. Glenburn Landscape and Supply Company. Doors Equipment. Fairway Auto Sales. Bangor Mall Cinema 10. Streets Landscape. The Fitch Company. Bangor Tire Company. Frank's Bake Shop. Pat's Pizza in Hamden. Tiller and Rye. Liberty Olton Insurance. Urban Pizza. The Growing Place. Tossie's Checkout. Betty's Ice Cream. Auto Radiator Service. Sweet Cheeks Bakery. Union Street Towing. Rise Co-working and Collaboration Space. Sweet Frog. The Henry's Bridal Boutique. Bennett Auto Center. Angelo's Pizza. Union Street Laundromat and Dry Cleaning. Mainly Audio. Knowlton Automotive. Varney Chevrolet. Hammond Lumber Company. First National Bank. Midcoast Denture Design. Hopkins Energy. Napa Auto Parts. Brewer Federal Credit Union. Queen City Athletics. Washington County Community College. And Down East Toyota. This ticket